Standing on the edge of the crater, like the prophets once said, and the ashes are all cold now, no more bullets, and the embers are dead. Whispers in the air tell the tales of the brothers gone. Desolation, devastation. What a mess we made when it all went wrong. Watching from the edge of the circus for the
Hello everyone, welcome to our live stream.
Gladiators.
Where's the right tab? There it is. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna adjust my camera a little. It's off center. Okay. You turn this down. We're back with another lore stream, but I'm confused exactly what I need to be watching, because someone had mentioned this game. I don't even know if this game is real, made by the official SiIvagunner team, and where it fits in the lore. Because either way, we're watching an hour-and-a-half long video. Because we have this hour-and-a-half long video, but then there's also this one, and I don't even know if this is official, or if it is, like, can be slotted into the lore. Also, wait a minute. But then there's wait. So, wait, they're both titled the same thing, but one's a video game? What's the third Siva AI log? But this is the next one in the playlist. This one? I thought we did watch this one. I'm pretty sure, like, this was the last one we watched. Last stream. Let me see if the content... Yeah, no, we watched this one. This was the video that came before. November 2019. What? Well, where is it in the playlist then? I don't see it. I thought this playlist was sorted by, you know, timeline. Why is the red bar incomplete then? Because I clicked on it when the tab was suspended. It was on this before. And I clicked on it to reopen the tab, and that always makes a YouTube video play from the beginning. The one before DJ Professor K? But we watched this one too! The 2019 one? Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we watched this one. Did we? It has a watch bar on it. Why wouldn't I have watched it? Then why does it have a watch bar on it? Skipped it between streams, what? Then why does it have a watch bar? I mean, I don't know. Whatever. King for another day tournament. Also, I bit my tongue again, so it hurts to talk a little bit. Let's see. Refrain from these in the future. Report that beyond it, the backup of the antivirus has gone offline. By similar entity to the virus, the activation of the backup antivirus has caused commotion in some circles of the universe. Conspirators connecting in this case to the first antivirus and forming a group of religious cultists. Okay, so that was the side story with Proto. I observe within this group reactivating has been frequent, does not appear feasible as long as the virus remains active. And of course, the virus they're referring to, I'm pretty sure, is Woodman. A report that the murderer has undergone multiple court hearings, able to avoid incarceration due to Studio Gunner's legal team. I observe that in regards to said murder, find it somewhat disconcerting. It was at the hands of my personal construct. My personal construct? What does that mean? He himself? Is he the AI did this? I don't know. I created the construct to act as a host for the test, modeled him after the virus, but made and replicated exactly. Wait, so is that not Woodman then? I think the mustache. Oh, the mustache. Is that John, not Woodman? Is that what that's supposed to be? Not in the original virus's character to kill with intent. I'm pretty sure that's John, not Woodman, because there was a side story with the mansion murder, like the Scooby-Doo mystery murder thing. I'm pretty sure this is referring to that, and this is John, not Woodman. Let's see, more defects in its initial replication. It was privy to. I hypothesized the world residing in me is rapidly exceeding its boundaries, faster than reliable testing framework can keep up. And when attempted, the constructs built for the express purpose of testing began to evolve past their own boundaries as well. Observed that whatever virus was made out of can't be that accurately duplicated. Furthermore, whatever it did to me was permanent. Interesting. So it's just talking about Woodman and John, not Woodman. Another Haltman archive? I don't know where it is. Oh, wait. Is this it? Why do they keep going back and making me watch stuff that's in random places in this playlist? We're never gonna get done. These streams will never be finished. Oh, God. Performance review. 5 days ago. Presented in 2022 employee performance review for Home & Works Company. As you are aware, companies previous to admin secretaries have either gone missing with no hope of retrieval. Your HA? What's that supposed to be? YORHA. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Number 9. It's been declared legally deceased. In the case of Wade O.D. Okay, we know who that is. While we search for a more sustainable replacement, Mr. Marks has selected me to perform the role in the interim. Mr. Marks? Who's that? As always, these performance reviews are only written in response to the employees' successes or shortcomings, and not all employees of note are listed. So is this like for all the employees? The science team. Basically all these. Why is TF2 engineer there? I mean, I guess it's technically science. Okay. Is that guy from one of the characters from Nutshack, or am I thinking of something else? Let's see. So Dr. Andonuts, he's been very good. Dr. Isaac Kleiner. Oh, yep, Dr. Isaac Kleiner. Yep. I've actually been replaying Half-Life 2 episodes, and I played Entropy Zero, and pretty soon I'll try to play Entropy Zero 2. So that's funny. Let's see, arrangements should be made to increase the volume of donuts included in their shipments as they requested. Okay, so the science team's getting good marks. There's a temporary secretary reference. Oh, in the previous video. Okay, yeah, the song. Let's see. Oh, so it's going person by person. So Isaac Kleiner. Interesting. So he's doing pretty good. Maybe I should speed this one up a little bit. Director Kane. Is that the Pokemon guy? I don't know. No, I don't know which one's a Dr. Kane. Dr. Kane, Director Kane and Del Conager. Okay, that's the NG. Have continued to create new cutting-edge technology for all it works, showing consistent loyalty. Dr. Del Conager has specifically been looking into potential trade agreements with the sovereign nation of Australia. Yep, I gotta get that Australium. Top quality work. Oh wait, what was that last bit? Rewarded with more work. Alphys, from Undertale, I think? Since the death of Professor Justin RPG, Alphys has been taking the lead on Christmas Spirit development, and let's see, in response, reassessment of previously restricted internet privileges may be in order. Okay, isn't she like a NEET or something? She's not doing as well. Kane is the guy behind Zomboss? Oh, if so, then that's probably, he looks like he's from Pokemon. Let's see, Peridot, isn't that from, like, Steven Universe? Yeah, geologist. I'm guessing that's true. High quality work. Peridot has caused multiple PR scandals, prolonged conflicts with social media, more users claiming to be superstar warriors. Consider restricting internet access. Well, that's that's a deep cut right there. I am a superstar warrior. Let's see. Genetic life form and disk operating system? Which one is that? Who's that supposed to be? This guy? I don't know. Oh, wait. Following the previous performance review, GLaDOS has been granted an extra 5 volts of energy. Wait. Oh, that's GLaDOS. It is GLaDOS. I never actually... I forgot that that's an acronym. I forgot... Kane's the guy in front of engineer. Oh, Kane's the guy in front of engineer. Wait, are y'all gaslighting me? I don't know. 5 volts of energy. However, she has made another request for deadly neurotoxin. Voltage should be brought back down. Lamau. Well, why is GLaDOS not in the photo? I mean, I know GLaDOS is a big ceiling-attached robot, but I don't know. Junko Inoshima. I'm sorry, when I hear the word Junko, I think of the Junko from Toho. Extensive data analysis is critical in efforts to fully optimize the SiIva AI. Multiple of her fellow employees have filed reports with HR with her behavior, instances approaching inappropriate topics of conversation. Reprimanding is not recommended unless absolutely necessary. For lack of a better term, she gets off on it too much. Oh lord. Is that this person here in the background? I don't know what she's from. When are we gonna get to Dr. Zomboss over here in EGAD? Cortex. Let's see. She is in the photo? Where? Or GLaDOS is? What? I don't see. I don't see it. Anyway. Wheeler. Who is Wheeler? Marion Wheeler expunged? Not picture. Has made headway into the mechanics of Figment's Figment death. She has never been an official employee of our company. Enthusiasm appreciated. Further investigation background is wanted. Don't know what that's from. Dr. Wheeler? I don't know. She's a potato. Where's the... Oh, Dr. Kleiner's holding the potato! Oh, I didn't even know he was holding a potato. I didn't even... Like, my eyes didn't see whatever he was holding. Okay, huh. Fair enough. Let's see. Okay, EGAD, Dr. Elvin Gad, and Dr. Zomboss have made almost no progress with their supernatural research in support of search for Haltman's daughter. Their proven track record in said field has granted them some leeway till now, but if there are no tangible results within the quarter, this egregious waste of time will be dealt with swiftly. So they're on the chopping block. Where's Lamar? If Dr. Kleiner's there, where's Lamar? Jackson Calero. Calero's been caught pleasuring himself in company restrooms. Consider reducing his allotted visiting hours with his uncle, Richard Cabeza. Who is that? Is that... Oh, is he the big guy? Is he the guy from, like, what, from, Nutshack? Maybe? I don't know his name. Sheldon Plankton. Where's Plankton in the photo? I don't have the screen full screen, so I can't really see the details of the photo all that well. I don't know where Plankton is. Sheldon J. Plankton. Oh, he sucks. Plankton sucks. Caught creating unauthorized machinery using company resources for extracurricular purposes. When further pressed on it, Plankton refuses to elaborate on his plans. Despite this, no disciplinary action is necessary. Karma will do the work for us. Okay. Plankton's too small. Okay, he's not like show Plankton, he's a literal Plankton. Dr. Neo Cortex and... Okay. So there's Dr. Cortex and researcher Colress. Colress? I don't know who that is. Is that the Pokemon guy? I don't know. Engaged in unsanctioned fight using genetically modified animals in Pokemon. Okay, so he is the Pokemon guy, causing major damage to company equipment. As Chorus is not a repeat offender, a slap on the wrist is sufficient. However, the same can't be said for Cortex, and it is recommended his animals be euthanized immediately. Oh god, someone check on Crash. Oh gosh. Rip Crash. William Afton, not pictured, continues to ignore all requests for updates on his research. Upper management continues to not care. Okay. Just a side mention. Military. Moses Long? What? Is he from... What's he from? I don't know. I don't know what he's from. While you're looking for a replacement for the late General Joe Vargas, Howie Long is currently taking initiative in invading unconquered land. His war cries effectively induce fear in anyone that may stand in its way. Should he keep up this role, suggest fulfilling his request to take over control of the Holtman record shop. Howie Scream? What, like, he's the guy who made the Howie Scream, but what's he from? Like, is he from a piece of media? Peter Griffin? Okay, fighting the chicken. They want me to fight the chicken. They want me to fight the chicken. Peter Griffin has conquered and claimed the whole of Rhode Island as Pretoria, Lamau. Promised to Peter in exchange for his loyalty, the voice inside your head, to demoralize resistors. He has elected to use his own specialized dirigible, the Hidden Peter, to block out all sunlight over the territory. Wake of these achievements, upper management should consider awarding him the Praetorian Medal of Honor. You saw William after? It said not pictured. It said not pictured. He's a real guy in a movie who popularized the Scream. It was named after him. Okay. It was his hat, Mr. Krabs. He was #1. Kane? Who's that? Is that this person in the background? Alongside Tyran, the gestalt inhabiting her body, has made excellent strides in capturing new territory. As part of the war effort, considering both of them were initially summoned to the voice for purposes of double-crossing our boss, they've been remarkably loyal even after the change in leadership. It seems as long as they've got things to kill, they won't question things much. However, once we run out of land to conquer, this mindset may end. The text just fades off screen? Okay. Oh. This mindset may end up coming back to bite us. Consider giving them the sack. Okay. I don't know what she or whatever this person is from. Only a private first class. Grinch. Oh god, that's an interesting photo there. With her previous top agent Charles Barkley currently AWOL, the Grinch has since risen to take the top spot in his field. His expertise in corporate espionage has proven to be an invaluable asset. But his spending is out of control. He maxed out hundreds of corporate credit cards and what appear to be bulk shipments of guacamole. Notably, this guacamole is priced well above market value. These incidents warrant further investigation. Net value 0. Lamau. A Nier replicant? Oh, I don't know much about the Nier franchise. Guess Gray doesn't want to make the obvious FNAF-related joke. Not today. Maybe another day, but not today. Yoshikage Kira. Okay, I do know who that is. On standby in the northeast section of Grandiose, where all the villas are. Wow. As per negotiations made, while the voice inside your head was in charge, he is giving carte blanche to live a very quiet life. Until needed. He hasn't lost to anyone so far, so we'll keep him around. Just don't tell HR what he does with hands. Behavior 0 out of 5. Lamau. Homer Simpson, Lamau. Why does he have perfect marks? Doing an absolutely fantastic job. Somehow there have been no incidents at the spirit containment plant. Sure about that? I suggest rewards from the higher-ups. But anytime we try to commend to upper management, they don't seem to have any clue who he is. Perhaps I'll simply reroute some of the donut shipments his way. Okay. Am I missing something? Michael Wayne Rosen. Oh, Michael Rosen. Okay, that's some funny art there. Shinji, or not Shin. Why did he say Shinji Lamau? Wrong character. It's like that one meme. Not what I'm called. I see that on Twitter everywhere. And there's a school that... Oh, is that Cream the Rabbit? And then we got a Waddle Dee here. Related to a recent Simpsons event. Quite a few community posts about Dr. Andonut's disapproving of Homer. Shinji and its mind. Not what I'm called! Stingy. Oh, Lord. Michael Rosen has done a superb job writing stories that promote Holtman's interest. He previously wrote More Gruesome Tales working under the voice inside your head, which notably traumatized many children. He seems to be compliant with recent corporate mandates to tone it down. Is that awesome? It's traumatized. Is that a reference to something? And who's this character? I think I've seen this character in, like, a different SiIva meme. Professor Quigley. Is that character? Has been doing a fine job re-educating the youth. We received word from Superintendent Chalmers, Lamau, that his lessons contain subliminal messaging, inspiring rebellion. He has been using an educational device to spell... Oh, it's the word whammer. It's the word whammer. God damn it. I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together, Lamau. Let's see. Poorly done mess from the Earthbound Ooh Mother 2 meme. I don't know what that meme is. Let's see. Where's like Ron Acton Egg? Consider finding it more suitable candidates for a teaching position. Skip forward a few seconds. Is that the end of it? Overall, the workforce seems to be in a healthy state. Profit margins up by 86%. Research continues to make progress. Future resistance has been quelled. Suffice to say, barring unforeseen catastrophes, we have never been closer to achieving the goal of our glorious CEO. Jerry T., temporary administrative secretary. Alright, well, there we go. Let's see what comments have to say. Let's see. Level 21 with a steel chair. Let's see. Marion Wheeler is an SCP Foundation member specializing in amnestics, and her element studying what happens to the figments when they die. Oh, so it's an SCP character. Okay. Yeah, the art for these were funny. I enjoyed the art. You thought Quigley was from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog by the words he was teaching. Oh, you know, I think I've seen bits and pieces of that show, but I don't think I've watched a lot of it. Alright, so now the question is, which cognitive dissidents do we watch? Because there's 2 named cognitive dissonance. One is just, someone playing this game, and I don't know what the other one is. Are they both the game? Like, which one do I watch? I don't know. I could also play it myself. Yeah, but I'm lazy. Is it like a visual novel, I'm guessing? Let's see. The hour and 39-minute one? What's different about this compared to that? More content. Okay. Do you consent to exposure to disturbing content? Oh, this is just a content warning. Should I be worried? Should I be worried about this? More dialogue. Oh boy, more dialogue for me to read when I bit my tongue and it hurts. December 25th, 2016. October 31st, 2024. Why are there 2 dates? Oh, it's been corrected? Okay. I'm guessing that's referencing that this story has been taking place for years and years. Somewhere in the Voices Tower, a small purple-haired figure flew through the hallways. Her name, Joke Explainer 7000. Safe for YouTube, but it's a lot to take in. Okay, well, that's curious. She scanned the doors as she passed them before coming to a sudden halt in front of one. Holtman, haha. Double-checking the name engraved on the nameplate as the correct one, she opened the door and entered the room. Now, is it voiced? No, it's not. God damn it, it's not voiced. Okay, Dr. Andonut, you asked to see me? On the other side of the messy room stood a portly man in a lab coat, immersed in a mass of wires, papers, and machinery. Took Explainer's sudden entrance startled him, causing him to trip on a loose wire and crash to the floor. Current time in the CCC versus time in the real world. Yeah, okay, so it was referencing what I thought. Ooh. Joke Explainer made her way over to help the doctor up. After regaining a bearing on his surroundings, he swatted the dust off his coat. Joke Explainer, you... Well, it would seem you caught me at a bad time, haha. How about a donut? Take a donut? Of course. Also, I'm not doing voices for this. I'm not good at doing voices. Joke Explainer took the donut and didn't eat it. She just looked at it, smiling vacantly. Okay then. Apologies for the mess. I haven't paid much time to clean up after myself. I was hoping I'd be able to finish up my project before you arrived. It's a bit hard to keep things tidy when focused on work, you know. I wonder if the rest of the science team's gonna be here. Your project? Joke Explainer turned her head towards the massive machine right beside them that she'd previously paid no mind to. Yes, the psych injector. Or is it psyche or psych? I don't know, probably psyche. The latest in my line of magnum opuses. Opie? Opie? That means something else. I think I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. What would be the plural for that? While the correct pluralization of opus is opuses, it should be noted that a magnum opus is defined as one's greatest accomplishment, the pinnacle of one's chosen craft. Yeah, I know what a magnum opus is. It is typical for a person to only have one. I see. Though, maybe you wouldn't be saying that if you knew I consider you one of those opuses. Oh. Sorry. I'm dying. Oh, a Gangnam Style limo. Takes place during the Mothman takeover? What was that again? I forgot what that was. He was half correct. Sometime after Joke Explainer's creator disappeared, she met Andonauts. He offered her his protection and scientific knowledge. Halloween of 2024. Yeah, I think I forgot about that one. Let's see. He was there for her when no one else was, and they formed a close bond because of it. In any case, the reason I built it in the first place was to assist you in assisting me with a certain, problem I've encountered recently. Thank you for stepping away from running the channel to help me with this, by the way. I hope this isn't too damaging to your schedule. It isn't any trouble at all, Doctor. The SiIvagunner channel currently has its schedule entirely filled out, so this request doesn't conflict with any of my current parameters. Besides, I'm grateful for the break in my current routine. Oh, good, good. We can continue on with operations then. And what are these operations you speak of? Why did you call me in so urgently in the first place? I'm very glad you asked. Allow me to illuminate. As of late, I've been having some issues in the depths of my own mind. A malignant foreign entity has hijacked my mental processes. Security system takes control of Squidward's making it quite difficult for me to concentrate on scientific endeavors. To resolve this ailment, I've opted to build a machine to tap into my psyche and allow for an external force to expel the entity from my brain. Hence its name. I see. And do you need me to control the external force to terminate whatever is ailing you? No, Joke Explainer. I need you to be the external force. Joke Explainer's face lit up in surprise at the statement. Me? How could I be the one to terminate the foreign entity? I'm not equipped with any weapon systems. Well, that's where the psyche injector comes in. If I connect myself to it, it can scan all corners of my brain to generate unique metaphysical realm, accessible to others through the injection process. Oh, so this is all going to be taking place inside Andonut's mind? We're not going to see any more of the world? Damn. Let's see. Wonder if I'd have fun playing it. Well, we're going to watch it instead. I mean... oh well. I mean... Like, we've already started the stream. What am I going to do? Just cut off the stream here and then make a different stream playing the game? Like, we've barely been going for half an hour. If you were to play it, it would be the first Gray Play stream without rips to distract you. I'd go back to what I did before the SiIva streams, because before that I was just a variety streamer. Let's see. Many people have given this realm different titles. Mental worlds, the cognitive world, mindscapes. But I've elected to call it Magicant. Oh, wait. That's also a reference to Earthbound, right? Because wasn't that the name of, like, a stage in one of the Smash Bros. Games? Let's see. Honestly, I'm probably not going to play the game. I just want to see what all this... It's a visual novel. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of visual novels, but I'll definitely watch one, you know, that's SiIvagunner related. So I think I'll just continue on with this so I don't, like, derail the stream. Magic Hand? That's a location in Earthbound. There you go! Also known as Mother 2 in Japan, and Earthbound Beginnings, also known as Mother in Japan. As well as in the Earthbound Halloween hack. Andonuts tensed up and shifted a little in his shoes. Oh, because didn't that game have Dr. Andonuts saying something inappropriate? Or am I remembering wrong? Let's see. Expect a lot of Earthbound references. Uh-oh, I'm not good with those. I know a few, but not a lot. I've never played any Earthbound. Again, I've mentioned multiple times that I started playing Mother 3 a long time ago on an emulator, and I got soft-locked. Let's see. Fine if so. The video and the game include the same content anyway, so I'm not missing out on anything. It's literally based around Dr. Andonuts, an Earthbound character. No, I know that much, okay? But I thought there was some specific, like, weird thing. I don't know. Yes, that place. I need you to enter my magic camp and defeat the entity. TLDR, eat shit. Is that what he says? I'm not opposed to the idea, but I must reiterate, I am not typically equipped with any weapon systems. How could I possibly terminate whatever's afflicting you? I guess I could try to speak in Joke Explainer's, like, tone of voice, without actually doing a voice, but I don't know, maybe. You don't need to necessarily fight it, you just need to capture it. Contain it in a way where it will be unable to escape and cause me any more harm. Thankfully, I have designed a capsule to perform that exact task. It's a Pokeball. Or is that a mini version of the perfectly safe capsule? Maybe that's what the reference is. Because it doesn't exactly look like a Pokeball, you know? Like, maybe that's what it is? Let's see. We'll make the process even easier for you. All you really need to do is enter with this fun size absolutely... I should not pause as much, it seems. I keep answering my own questions. Let's see. He says a bit more than just that. Okay. Yeah. It's Toby Fox humor. Yeah. I forgot he made that Halloween hack. Let's see. To trap the entity. I will be directing you from the outside on where to go using a radio, so if you get lost or have trouble, I'll be there as a guide. Do you understand? Affirmative. Thank you. Alright, hold on to these items and allow me to put the final touches on the Psyche Injector. Endinus gave the Joke Explainer the fun-sized, absolutely safe capsule and the radio. It better be a Portal-looking radio, like the radio from Portal. Joke Explainer found a comfortable seat amongst the clutter and watched the doctor insert the final wires and plugs into their place. When he hooked the Psyche Injector to a power source, it roared to life with intensity and purpose. Dr. Andonuts proudly beamed at the machine, but for a moment, his smile faltered, into something almost... afraid. What could he be? But just as she noticed, his face locked into stoic focus. Andonuts strolled over wearing a large metallic helmet holding a long cord. Okay, you'll need to unplug your Wi-Fi transmitter and connect to the machine with this aux cable. I can't unplug that! Miku's hiding in there! Joke Explainer obediently removed her antenna and plugged the cable into the empty slot. Dr. Andonuts stepped back and assumed place in the machine. Above him stood many large needles, hovering close to his head. Oh, and, please don't attempt to remove me from the Psyche Injector when I activate it. It will look very, very painful, but I assure you, it's tested to be absolutely safe. Funny. Once it's activated, you should receive a pop-up in your peripherals requesting to initialize the injection process. Click yes, and you'll soon awaken Magic Hand. Be careful what you touch in there, won't you? This is my mind, after all. Who knows what might happen if you break anything? Joke Explainer gave a nod understanding. Andonuts sighed and hesitated for a few seconds, before finally working up enough courage to activate the Psyche Injector. It lit up and the needles turned to lock in place. Just as the doctor said, a pop-up suddenly appeared in front of Joke Explainer. Without a second thought, she clicked yes, which caused the machine to make a loud whistling noise. Oh, that does look painful. I wonder if that's what the content warning was. All at once, the mess of needles stabbed themselves through Dr. Andonuts' brain. His body writhed in agony, slamming against the restraints as he forcefully suppressed the urge to rip the needles out. Okay, that's neat that they're doing these sound effects. It'd be nice if they had it voiced, but oh well, I should have done this on a day that I hadn't bit my tongue. Let's see. Joke Explainer almost immediately stood up with the intent to help him, before considering the doctor's prior request. Reluctantly, she sat back down and stayed put, as Annette slowly succumbed to unconsciousness. After a minute of the machine operating, she herself started to feel a sense of dizziness seep into her systems. Everything is getting darker and darker. Isn't there a game called Darker and Darker or something? Anyway, let's see. It's asleep, he doesn't feel it. The art certainly didn't make it look that way. Doing surgery on a grave. That's an old meme there. I'm assuming this is music from Earthbound? Or sound effects from Earthbound? Joke Explainer can feel grass underneath her. That doesn't make sense. She can feel her sins crawling down her back. What's in the top right corner? Is that like a save icon? Let's see. It doesn't make sense. She was in an office mere moments ago. Opening her eyes out of curiosity, she was graced with a vastly empty sky. She lay down in a grassy field surrounded by infinitely spanning waters. She could hear the distant buzzing of the radio Annette gave her. Click on the pocket in the top right to access your inventory. Does that take me out to the ball game? Is that part of the original music, or is that a rip? I mean, I'm guessing most of these tracks in this game will be rips, but I don't know. Let's see. It's Joke Explainer's pocket. Okay. Again, I need to stop pausing. It's been a long time since I heard "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." It is the Portal Radio. Wait, let me be double sure. Well, no, it's not. For a second, I thought it was the Portal Radio. It kind of has the shape of it. The radio sparks to life, and Joke Explainer can make out the distinct voice of Dr. Annette on the other side. Joke Explainer, can you hear me? The Joke Explainer looks cool with the symmetrical style. It's a neat stylization. I wonder if they're sticking with that the whole game. The radio is a little fuzzy, but yes. Oh, thank goodness, it worked. Okay, have you gotten a sense of your surroundings? What do you see right now? I see grass. The grass is a light blue instead of green. There's also a bunch of vegetables littered about. Vegetables? How odd. See if you can spot anything out of the ordinary around the area. Something that sticks out like a sore thumb. Joke Explainer flies around, spotting a multitude of abstract structures and characters, mental constructs of Annette's mind. She eventually comes across an ominous knight-like figure, stationed before the mouth of a cave, seeming to be acting as his guardian. She decides to begin there. Greetings, sir. The guard stands unwavering. Now who is this? Is this a reference to something else? I was sent here with the task of eliminating a threat to this mindscape. If you don't mind, I need to get past you to go into that cave. Pretty random Joke Explainer. After several moments of frustrating silence, Joke Explainer attempts to sidestep the guard. All of a sudden, the guard springs to life, quickly and sternly brandishing his weapon at the intruder. Wait, you don't seem to understand. I was sent here by Dr. Annette himself, the host of this mind. I mean him no harm. The guard holds his weapon perfectly still, undeterred. Mr. D? Mr. D. What is that a reference to? That guy's not a Waddle Dee. Oh god, is that the text from one of the Earthbound? Like, weren't there characters in Earthbound that spoke like that? Like little guys who had weird speech like that? Hi, something, me, Mr. D, we see you with, what, with? To enter the mouth of terror. Joke Explainer, startled, looks around in confusion, trying to grasp what is happening around her. Oh, yeah, those are the little guys I was talking about. Oh, so that wasn't the guard talking, it was these guys. I need to stop pausing! Okay, she sees what is a Mr. Saturn standing on top of a Waddle Dee right beside her. If that is the name of the cave ahead of us, then yes, that is my objective. Let's see. The protagonist of the Earthbound Halloween hack. Wait, is that who that was? The guard? Varric from Brandish, who was used as the protagonist of the Halloween hack. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna get all of the, like, references to all the Earthbound and, you know, the Halloween hack stuff. I'm not gonna get all of those. I need your help. Is there caption? No captions. Something strange. So doing. Save protected? Cave protected. Guard man named Vorik. Or is that what the name was? Someone said it in chat. Varric. His something to keep fear in. Bad stuff from coming out. Oh, his job. Okay. Keep others out like you. If Dr. Andonuts is already aware of the foreign entity, why wouldn't that suggest insecurity? Ding ding, indeed. Cave only holds so much, some already leaking, but still no outsider. My current directive is specifically to contain the foreign entity causing problems. This situation is of utmost importance. If this leakage is occurring, I need to stop it as soon as possible. Is there any way I could enter that chamber? Need courage. 3 courage is gone. Oh, 3? Is that what that says? 3 courage is gone. So Varric alone and prickly? What? Okay. Courage is stolen by the bad things. You get courages from bad things, then Varric let you through. Courages. Do you know where they are taken? Down Anguish Avenue, that way. Zoom. It is so hard to read that text. Oh gosh. Varric from Brand. Okay, yeah. I see. Thank you for helping me. I'll return with those courages shortly. Including Courage the Cowardly Dog? Joke Explainer gives a wave as Mr. D waddles away. Very funny. And then she sets off towards Anguish Avenue. She doesn't get very far before the radio flares to life, and she hears Dr. Andonut's voice on the other side once more. Joke Explainer, do you read me? God, if only Lamau. I'm here, Doctor. I wonder if there are already rips that have Courage the Cowardly Dog in them. Stupid dog, you make me look bad. Okay. You got all that was said, yes? Do you need me to repeat what they told you? If you can't read. Okay, if you can't read the text, there's an option. Wait, but no is the only option? That won't be necessary. I heard everything. Oh. Alright. Sorry. I'm sorry for all this trouble. I didn't expect it to be this difficult. I was sent here on a mission and won't stop until it's completed. As long as I know where the courages are, it's only a matter of time. Yes, but if you see any, look, just be careful, alright? Affirmative. Thank you. Good luck. The radio is silent once more. Welcome to Anguish Avenue. A few moments of peaceful walking pass before Joke Explainer reaches a long, dilapidated road in front of her. A road sign confirms it to indeed be Anguish Avenue. Steeling herself, she takes her first step down the dark path. I don't know why, but that art, like, reminds me of, that SpongeBob episode where, like, SpongeBob is, like, chasing out, like, being dragged behind the boat, and, like, he passes a sign that says daytime, or, like, no, not educational television. Alright. As she does, she's hit with a sudden unnatural blanket of scarlet fog in front of her out of no... Scarlet fog? Is that a Toho 6 reference? It almost entirely obscures her vision to the point where she can't discern much past a few feet ahead of her. You think of, stupid dog, I'm fucking balling. Classic. Love that gif. Anyway. Also, ignore the SpongeBob thing. That was a dumb thought. Also, I don't know if y'all can see my shirt or not, but I got some more merch from Epic Universe. Unrelated, but anyways. Let's see. I just wanted the cloud again. Let's see. Or are you talking about the Toho thing? Okay, whatever. Nevertheless, she keeps going, hoping to find some sort of landmark. Soon, as she often does, it was a mad rat. Rip, if I remember. That's quite a word salad right there. Try saying that 5 times fast. The fog seems to clear up a bit to reveal a quiet neighborhood of identical houses stretching quite a far distance. Wasn't there like some liminal space about like a bunch of copy-paste houses that look fake or something? I don't know. Did you all know this has its own game category on Twitch? What do you mean category? Joke Explainer feels relief somewhere she can, to be somewhere she can see, but that relief vanishes when she notices just how off the area feels. None of the houses or street lamps are illuminated, and every house looks like a carbon copy of its neighbors. The pattern repeats into the fog until it's blotted out completely. I swear that's some sort of, like, liminal space reference. Mad Rat Dead Lamo. Nothing to stop me now, not even educational television! Yep, someone gets the reference. Okay. I hate whoever did the art direction for the side story. Because I'm guessing this is the art style for the entire thing once she is in the world. Someone said they like it, and then someone else said they don't like it. I'm neutral on it so far. I mean, I get it stylized, but yeah. I like the intro, like the art in the intro sequence, though. I think I like the intro sequence art more, but obviously this sort of stylized art doesn't take as long to make, so that's... If they had to make enough art for an entire visual novel, then I guess it makes sense. It was you, that's the joke. Okay, you were... It was... Make up your mind! Joke Explainer feels unnerved as she keeps walking past the houses. The feeling of being watched crawls all over her, but the houses are completely empty whenever she looks. There's nobody in sight. It's all just lamps and windows. Searching for some solace, Joke Explainer pulls out a radio and turns it on. You know, if they're doing a bunch of liminal spaces in the side story, I hope the pool rooms are there. Like, I'm not a huge fan of, like, the whole backroom stuff, but my favorite, like, liminal space is the pool rooms, if you know what that is. Even so much so to where I built a replica of part of it in Minecraft. Well, not a replica, but a version of it. Anyway. Doctor Andonuts, can you hear me? Doctor, give me the news. The static buzz rings out in the quiet neighborhood. I've made my way to Anguish Avenue, but I can't find where any of the Courages are. Do you sense anything around? She can feel the noise resonating with the steel of her flesh. Oh yeah, because she's a robot. Lining her thoughts with dissonance. Dr. Andonuts, please answer. I don't know where to go. Doctor Who? That's another reference. There's nothing. There was never anything to begin with. Please. I can't see anything. It's all just the same. When I was doing the art direction for this, I took a lot of influence from the Lame Zone series of webcomics. It is obscure but worth checking out. So you were part of the art team that worked on this? Is that what you're saying? Is that why you were making the joke about hating the art direction? If so, that's impressive. Chad, is this real? Okay, you were part of the art team that made this. Interesting. Well, I mean, I like that it's stylized, and again, obviously, if you're making enough art for an entire visual novel, you gotta use an art style that doesn't take forever to make, so I do understand that. And you gotta go with some sort of stylization, so it does make sense. It's always been the same. Joke Explainer shakes the radio and hopes that it'll work, but nothing changes. When would it have ever changed? You have no power to change your fate. So we got some weird, like, mind-warping stuff happening, but she's a robot. Why would mind-warping stuff work? I'm thinking too much. The fog closes around her. But as she grips the radio in desperation, she spots a tiny twinkle of light from one of the houses. She looks up towards the house before fully engaging her boosters. She wants to get away. She needs to get away. Get away from it all. Get away from it all. What is this, Kokomo? There's a place called Kokomo. Reminded me of that. Let's see. Lots of SiIva team members have been coming to these streams. Yeah, I've noticed that. Like, we've got a lot of various SiIva team members. Like, a lot of people from the art team. What about the science team? Anyway. Joke Explainer shuts the door behind her. If you haven't gotten it by now, your explanations don't matter. What's that a quote from? She takes a moment to collect herself and finally looks up to see the inside of the house. It's certainly not what she was expecting. Did it impact on the community, Gray? Well, all I'm doing is doing live streams. Like, I'm an outsider to the streaming community, so a lot of this continued to be new to me. Reltadune? It's a leak? Joke Explainer is gonna die 2 days from now. Insider leak. Okay. Your execution will be in 3 days! You see that picture posted everywhere. She finds herself at the entrance to a vast laboratory. Gadgets and gizmos are laid about all over the place. This looks like the lab from the beginning, including that machine there. What, are we gonna have a recursive Andonuts inside his own mind, in his machine? I don't know. It quite resembles the office she was in a short time ago, before she entered into the streaming land of nightmares. What did I say about not... Stop... I need to stop pausing. Taking some time to observe the space around her, she realizes its interior is way larger than the outside of the house she entered into. Oh boy, non-Euclidean geometry. I mean, it's inside someone's mind, so it makes sense. 3 days into a body, I'll steal... FNAF will be real in 14 seconds. Let's see. Feel proud of yourself going from streaming Minecraft to be acknowledged by the ripping community. It's not... This is some of the most lazy content someone can make. Like, a reaction stream? That's like bottom of the barrel. Like, I'm glad people watch these streams, but you don't gotta gas me up. I'm just a reaction streamer. Okay, let's see. Hello? Anyone here? She hears a sharp rattle to the far left of her, coming from a large machine. Inching towards it, she can almost make out a figure, but it's difficult to see behind the dirt and grime caked onto the glass. I'm here to rescue that courage. Since it's capitalized, I keep thinking they're talking about Courage the Cowardly Dog. To save Dr. Andonuts, may I have whatever you're garden? Why did I say garden like that? Yeah, she's gardening. Joke Explainer slowly reaches towards the machine. She can feel a light pull from something within. It's probably because I'm slurring my voice since I have to talk around the sore on my tongue. But whatever. Let's see. Something wants her to get closer, begs her to get closer. Come close and slay the monster. Oh, do we have a fight? Is it gonna be like an Earthbound style, like, fight? The door to the machine is ripped off and falls to the ground with a loud bang. The glass shatters instantly on impact, sending a wave of caustic noise to Joke Explainer's audio receptors. The ringing in her ears returns. She jumps back in alarm, away from whatever's inside. She expects a fierce creature to emerge from the bowels of the casing. But it's even more surprised when she sees Dr. Andonuts slink his way into view. Okay, I did call that. The machine did look like the same one. Her demeanor lightens up upon realizing it's indeed him. Doctor, you worry me for a moment. Are you alright? Why what? Are you alright, Dr. Andonuts? On closer inspection, his stance is bent, his breath's labored, and some sort of liquid drips from his head. He cocks his head towards her. His expression is crooked, repulsive. I attempted to contact you earlier, but my radio wasn't working. I'm very sorry. Oh, she gets cut off. You should be sorry for much more than that, machine. Also, let me read chat here. Let's see. Clicks cancel 4 times before the button disappears. Was that in the game? Okay. It's not an option. Or is that referencing the Halloween hack? I don't know. Still feel proud you're promoting other people's work. I mean, yeah, I got some signal boosting more SiIva stuff, but it seems like a lot of people that watch the SiIva streams already know who SiIva is. Don't know about you guys, but I think someone made this hack on Halloween. Although, funny enough, well, actually, I mean, this is someone playing it. They played it in December. I wonder when the original thing came out. The original... Come on. Let me see the... No. Oh gosh. No, I don't want to chat replay. No, pause. I just wanted to see the upload date. Still December. Okay, so Christmas of last year. Huh. No, wrong tab. It was made in December. Okay, I could have figured that out sooner if I didn't click the wrong things. Joke Explainer tenses up once more, confused. Excuse me? Andonuts steps towards her, and without thinking, she slightly scoots back. Andonuts takes notice. You've made everything so much worse for me. You didn't save me from the wretched needles and wires. I begged you for help. I needed it. Apologies, Doctor. I was told to let the process continue. And now you want to run away. Run away from what you've let happen. I can feel it. You're scaring me, you... Sudden realization clicks in her head. She wonders how Dr. Andonets could have even entered into this domain in the first place. Since she last knew she was still in the real world guiding her... since last she knew he was still in the real world guiding her, hooked up to the psyche injector. This distorted figure of the Doctor can't possibly be him. Why didn't she realize that sooner? It must be what Dee meant when she said bad things regarding the Courages. You're... not the Doctor, are you? Andonets gives a horrid sneer, before contorting his face into a frown. First you let me suffer in pain, and now you insult my very person? How dare you, you little weasel? Don't you know what I've been through? Andonets steps forward, and Joke Explainer feels the energy around them erupt like fire. She sees red swirls of madness dancing around her and the Doctor. It almost radiates off of him. His face flares into a grin, the whites of his eyes searing past his glasses. I have hurt. I've caused hurt. I never meant it. I never did. I was doing my best. It wasn't enough. Ah ha ha ha. So I'm guessing this is one of his emotions. We're playing Inside Out here, I guess. Please, I'm here to make things right for this place. I need your courage. And you want to take from me more and more. You vile machine, I don't want you in my sight. I hurt enough as is. Andonets grabs a piece of the glass and throws it straight at Joke Explainer, turning as it flies past her head. She turns back to see him picking up more debris. You want to wrench the courage from me? You want to slay the monster? Who fucking... oh, gosh. Okay, we got some swearing here. What's the rest of it? And gave you the power to make these choices. I'm going to tear your shitty little bulbous eyes out, so that the last thing you ever see is your pathetic goddamn body being disassembled piece by piece. You won't take away what I have left. I won't let you bastards hurt me anymore. Is this all from the Halloween hack? Is this dialogue from the Halloween hack? Because it sounds like it would be. Let's see. Merry Christmas. The shattered glass rises around him, fueled by fear and desperation radiating from the Doctor. The Joke Explainer can see his rotten face reflected over and over, staring deep into her soul. Might as well be from the hackle now. She doesn't feel ready for this. First fight start. TLDR, eat glass. Okay, someone chatted that earlier. Oh, alright. Ooh, we getting some interesting little dialogue there. I won't be cutting out any game overs during this battle for consistency's sake, but every game over, including the ones here, will be at the end. It seems like Joke Explainer has gotten into a battle. Now don't worry, she won't need any weapons for this fight. All she'll need is a sharp mind and good choices. You must choose the correct option out of the ones given to convince the guilt. Choose wisely and the fight will continue. But choose poorly, and she'll take damage. Take too much damage and it's game over. Good luck! Quick save complete. What should Joke Explainer say? Ask why he wants to hurt her, press him on the hurt he's caused. Let's see. Oh, is this original soundtrack, or is this a rip? Like, I know someone on the team probably made this, but I don't know if it's specifically a rip or something, or if it's, like, just a track from something. Let's see. I don't understand. Why would you want to hurt me? What makes you think you're so special? A stupid bitch like you would never understand. Andonets threw a glass shard. 1 HP of damage to Joke Explainer. What should she ask? Yeah, I do recognize some of the instruments that Toby Fox is very fond of in this track. Let's see. Most of the music is original, titled See You Next Tuesday. A few tracks are rips, though. Earlier you said you caused hurt. Could you elaborate on that? Have you not heard the whispers of folk around you? They all say I'm a monster. It's all they talk about. Makes sense. I put all those kids in mortal danger, including my own son. Could you imagine what might have happened? Was that all plot from the Halloween hack or one of the games, maybe? I don't know. Again, I won't get all the references in this. What happened if they didn't come back? What kind of father does that to his own son? Just leave him in a boarding school for most of his life, and only show back up to nearly kill him? Why must I be burdened with this damn responsibility? Why does everything have to be my fault? It isn't fair. What should she ask? Give him benefit of the doubt. Give him a wake-up call. It was the bad time guitar. Okay, fair enough. This was from the original Earthbound. Oh, okay, so plot of the actual Earthbound. Feeling bad about those things is quite a normal response. It's okay to acknowledge your actions were wrong, as long as you can grow and change from those experiences. Oh, what a surprise! I'm wrong again. Want me to offer my head on a stick just for you? Okay. Jesus. He threw a glass shard. 1 HP to Joke Explainer. Joke Explainer got hurt and collapsed. Joke Explainer. It looks like you got your head handed to you. You should give it another shot. Okay, so it just restarts the fight. Let's see, like, we can skip forward some. You know, I think I agree. It isn't fair. While it was bad of you to leave your own son, I understand the dire circumstances that led you to feeling the need to make the choice. And if you hadn't sent those kids into the past, your entire world would have been fully consumed by evil. It's not helpful to dwell on what it is, but even if things did go wrong, there's no reason to give any self-destructive thoughts. You're actually... How do you... You shouldn't know these things. Of course she knows these things. She's the Joke Explainer. She knows the joke. When Ness and his friends get turned into robots to fight Gygas. I have seen that visual. I've seen that clip of them in robot bodies having to go all over the weird landscape thing. So I do know that reference. I don't know much else about the game, though. You shouldn't say these things. Do you just pity me? Pity the pathetic old man writhing in pain? Nobody plays devil's advocate for a monster. All they see me as is a... Is that what he was gonna say? A monster! You're all disgusted by me. And for good reason. My wife knew the sins I carry with me, that I simply... biologically cannot love her. What I am is unforgivable. What should Joke Explainer say? Show solidarity with Endonuts? Ask why he was so afraid of this. I'm guessing the gameplay person tries to pick the wrong answers first just to show off the wrong answers? I don't understand. Why are you so afraid of them knowing? There's nothing shameful to hide about that. Even if they disrespect you for it, they don't deserve your time. Would be easy for you to say, wouldn't it? You've never experienced what it's like to be tethered to somebody else you couldn't love. How would you feel if the person closest to you called you a... Oh. Okay, cut off there. You're not unforgivable, Doctor. In fact, there's nothing for you to be ashamed about. These people really didn't care about you if they demonized you for being who you are. It's alright. And besides, it's not as though you're alone. If some people think you're bad for being gay, then I'm on your side. Trust me, I understand. Is that also a plot point from the Earthbound game? Because I didn't know that. You don't try to, you can't, how? No. Doesn't matter. Everyone will always see me as a freak, no matter what I do. You do too much wrong and the world wants to throw you into a pit. That is a false assumption. The world's not out to get you, Doctor. There are good people abound, and you are one of them. I cannot thank you enough for all the help you've given me since my creator vanished. You've also helped save your world a few times through your scientific ingenuity and compassion. Don't let your faults and mistakes hold you down forever. You know that would only lead you down a path of destruction. Let's see. Oh, it's Toby Fox's fanon. So it's more Halloween hack stuff. So, like, the game's just combining different bits of story and lore, it sounds like? Okay. Fight end. Joke Explainer thinks to herself for a moment. Also, the menu options at the bottom of the screen, isn't there like a game engine specifically for visual novels? Something like that? Alright. How about a hug, Doctor? Joke Explainer spreads her arms out and goes in for a hug, wrapping her tiny little arms around the Doctor as best as she can. Slowly, faltering at first, he eventually returns the gesture. The red swirling madness disappears, and all the shards of floating glass gently drift back down to the floor. Thank you. I will give you the courage you seek. Please, take care of him. The Doctor's body begins to dissipate into the same smoky aura that once surrounded him, blowing away to reveal a young boy with circular glasses wearing a dapper teal suit. What character is that from the Earthbound games? I recognize the character design, but I don't know that character's names. The boy looks to Joke Explainer and nods with a gentle smile before walking up and imbuing her with his strength. You have obtained the first courage. Jeff? My name is Jeff. And then that's son. Okay. I'm sorry, I can think of this. My name is Jeff. All of a sudden, the air around Joke Explainer seems to clear up. Lights in the lab turned on to illuminate the area. Comfort washes over her. She takes a moment to lie down on the ground, letting her body's joints return to their default positions. She tunes out her high-functioning sensors to rest. The radio buzzes again. Why the pause? Oh, you have to grab the radio. Joke Explainer flips the radio on to hear Dr. Andonuts. Dr. Andonut, Joke Explainer! Thank goodness, are you alright? Yes, Doctor, my systems are currently operational, but... Oh, thank God. Thank God. Is Andonut's not religious? Because usually if you're, like, a religious person, you always, like, capitalize the G in God, but since that's, like, you know, something everyone says, like, oh my God, thank God, like, it's not always done, so... I'm guessing the Doctor isn't religious? I mean, that would make sense. I'm reading too much into this. I thought that, well, I was trying to guide you, but at some point you cut out, and then I blacked out and had the most horrible nightmare. I'm so sorry. It's alright. Really, it is alright. I'm fine. In fact, I managed to receive the first courage. You did? Oh, that's splendid news. Yes, though the way in which I obtained it was... odd. Stream keeps lagging? It's good connection on my end. I would tell you if I was having connection issues. I'm sorry for you. Maybe your Wi-Fi is playing tricks on you like mine did a few weeks ago. Let's see. Oh, thanks, science. Oh, thank Fauci! Odd. When I lost contact with you, I found a house with a light radiating inside. And when I entered, I was in a strange lab with many machines. There was a person inside of one of those machines. I had to fight him to calm him down and receive a courage. I see. I'm guessing his nightmare was that. Okay. That sounds quite foreboding. You'd best keep your guard up when he's searching for the, when searching for the other two courages then. They're probably being guarded as well. Understood. I'm going to go back out to find the next courage. Do note the area I'm in has some sort of interference that blocks your signal from reaching the radio, so if you stop hearing me again, do not worry. Unless it's between more than exactly 30 minutes since you last heard from me, then start worrying. Oh, alright, just stay safe, please. I don't know what I would do if you got hurt in there. Copy that. Welcome to EB Games. Sorry. Joke Explainer shuts off the radio and takes a moment to bask in the peacefulness of the lab before making her way back out onto Anguish Avenue. How far are we? Half an hour in. We got an hour left. Oh my gosh. More than an hour left. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm doing any more videos after we finish this. This will be the sole video we watch this stream. Yeah. Because I have not eaten dinner yet. Anyway, all at once the fog hits her again and significantly scrambles her senses. Nevertheless, she continues to trek on, keeping a watchful eye on the houses around her to note any possible glimmers of the next courage. She's been traveling down this road for a while. Adjusting her optical focus to track every new house is getting harder and harder. The road starts to twist ever so slightly, or is it a product of her imagination? The ground distorts her eyes. The houses start to melt, rippling like a mirage in the desert. She can barely keep track of her feet, but she can't lose track of herself entirely. She needs to rest at the lab. She can't keep going. But when she turns around, the fog is enveloped behind her like a wall, refusing access. This fog just walked through it. She sticks out her hand to make sure, but quickly reels back in shock as a horrible stinging pulse creeps up her entire arm. Whatever this fog wall is made out of, she'd better not try to run through it. You can't. The fog is coming. The fog is coming. She stares at the fog. The radio blares to life again. Let's see. Aside from the AI log and the Haltman archive we watched earlier. Oh, yeah, we did watch this. We're an hour 10 into the stream. Interesting. She nearly jumps in alarm upon hearing its static roar, but notices some of the indiscernible voice coming from its speaker. Quickly pulling it out and tuning it, she hears the unmistakable voice of Dr. Andonut's on the other side. Joke explainer, do you hear me? Doctor? How are you? Was it because I touched the fog? Yes. You have opened a clear spot where I can communicate with you. Please allow me to guide you to the next courage. Of course. Joke explainer holds onto the radio as the voice of the doctor directs her. Across the road are telephone poles. Can you see them? Joke explainer looks up to see a line of wooden poles materialize from the fog. The wires strung across them extend well beyond her field of vision. Yes, but it's difficult to look up for too long. The entire area feels nauseating to me. You must follow them, even if you begin to feel sickly. Germa, the fog is coming. Chat. The fog is not coming, chat. I swear. Sorry. Let's see. The wires will lead you to the location of the next house. Do not let them out of your sight, or you will get lost and fail to complete your directive. Joke explainer follows the poles down the end of the street. While initially determined, the warping road begins to weaken her resolve, the dizzying nausea seeping into her. She struggles to discern what's real anymore, part of her wondering if every step would be on solid ground. Doctor, I feel sick. May I take a moment to rest? No. You are close to the next courage. Do not stop. It feels like the road I'm walking on is in your head. Absolve yourself of your feelings and proceed. Joke explainer feels a twinge of confusion in her head as she continues on. Her eyes struggle to stay open, and she starts to hear an all-too-familiar buzz ring within her. The warmth of the first courage helps to keep her awake, but it isn't enough to fully suppress the madness threatening her mind. Madness. What even is madness to her? A machine. How could a machine go mad? They don't think like an organic being does. They're tougher than that. They're better than that. A machine goes mad when they don't have a directive to follow. Stick to yours. Did she just say that out loud? She could have sworn she was only thinking that. Wait, I thought that was Andonut's. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is Andonut's. Grass grows, birds fly, sun shines, and brother, the darkness is coming. You need to run. I am 75 kilometers from your location and approaching rapidly. She could have sworn she was only thinking that. But why would she think that in the first place? She knows she can feel the same as all the figments in a human she talks to. At least, she thinks so. It's becoming harder to tell the more she follows the telephone poles. They're vague strings to her now, strings for her to follow and pull to unravel agonizing madness around her. There are strings and wires in your veins, in your body. You need to pull them out. Pull them out. It's bad cable management. Rip them out. She reaches her arm out lazily to the poles to try to grab them. Stop. You're wasting energy doing that. Just keep walking. Doctor, I think this whole thing is jeopardizing the integrity of my systems. I must take a break. Robots don't take breaks. The house is right there, to your right. Joke explainer freezes. The sudden coldness of the doctor shocks her back to reality, reminding her of the weight of the disheveled cognitive Andonut's behaved. The weight? Oh, reminding her of the way the disheveled cognitive Andonuts behave towards her. She blinks a few times to get a grip on her surroundings. Why did you quit moving? You're at your destination. Go do your task. Joke Explainer finally noticed just how monotone the doctor's voice sounds through the radio, like a distorted recording of his voice, being played back to her. Turns to the right to see wire spilling into the front door of the houses and steps onto the front lawn. Go take the next courage. Now, it awaits you through that door. Joke Explainer takes one step forward, but stops herself again. Something about this feels horribly off. Dr. Andonut's cold voice continues to ring from the radio, eating away at her psyche. Nuts is acting kinda sus. Like cognitive Oh no! Chat! A member of chat has been shot in Lego City. Quick, build the Lego ambulance. J.E. trying to motivate the doctor, so cute. Oh yeah, from the fight earlier, yeah. Threatening to take her coherent thought altogether. She doesn't trust the door. Trust the door, don't trust the door. It beckons her inside. With the voice of the hollowed doctor. This isn't him. It can't be. This is a trap. No, she can't go in, but she has to. She can't trust it. But it's her directive. Her directive. Your directive is to go into the house and retrieve the courage from the... Joke Explainer throws the radio at the door with all her might, desperate to get that horrible voice away from her. It crashes into the wood, causing the door to creak open a little bit. Oh my. Without warning, a huge beast lunges at her. It bolts through the doorway, sending the door flying off its hinges. Joke Explainer screams in alarm and falls over from disorientation, desperate to get away. The beast, Oh, is that a chimera? Is that supposed to be one of the, like, chimera things from, what, Mother 3? Or am I thinking... I don't know. Sonic? What do you mean Sonic? The ultimate chimera. That's what I thought. You know, if we're talking about chimeras, there's a certain chimera that is not that one that could provide some singing right about now. I could do with some singing, but anyway, that's a stupid reference. Sorry. Joke Explainer screams in alarm and falls over from disorientation, desperate to get away. The bitch at spawn camps you at Porky's place. No. Oh yeah, because that beast is in the snatch stage, right? I think it is. The beast dashes across the lawn, ready to chew her face off. You know, it's funny. At first I thought that was supposed to be like 8-bit beast or something, but then I'm like, oh wait, this is all Earthbound and stuff. Or Mother-themed. Right as Joke Explainer flinches, prepared for the beast's fangs to dig into her, she hears it yelp and whimper pathetically. Let me guess, it's on a chain. Yep. She opens her eyes and sees the beast is tied to a thick chain leading from within the house. A chain that isn't quite long enough to reach her. Here, she's able to notice the beast being made of metal, a robotic replica of sorts. She tries a few more times to reach her before giving up and slinking back into the house. As it turned the corner behind the doorway, Joke Explainer swears she heard an annoyed electronic buzzing coming from inside. After taking some moments to calm down, she stands back up and takes another look at the house. Though there's still a distorted, melting look to it, she can discern its features once again. Sorry, my throat's getting so dry. The water isn't helping. Also, apparently some people can't drink regular water. Like, they just don't like drinking water, so they have to, like, pour a bunch of, like, flavorings into it. It's like a TikTok trend. I don't know what all that's about. Chimelan Sonic video pasta, which Sally.exe is copied, features Ultimate Chimera at the end, which eats Sonic. Sorry, I don't know a lot about, like, creepypasta stuff. A similar glimmer emanates within it, just like the house where she retrieved the first courage. Just have to find another way inside that hasn't been booby-trapped in. Joke Explainer walks around towards the back of the house, making sure to keep enough distance so that if the metallic beast returns, it won't be able to reach her. Once on the other side, she spots a back door that seems to be untouched. Going up to it, she finds that it's locked. But thankfully, she has enough strength to break it and break the lock and pull it open. She enters the house, ready to face whatever thing awaits her. It's funny that she just, like, rips the lock off the door. Oh no, we got... Oh, and that's not a pretty sight. a thing like making chimeras or something? The blank walls of an operating room face back at her. The cold, sterile environment has the correct tools and mechanisms designed for a task, if not a bit deadlier. Last time she checked, the giant mechanical buzzsaws weren't standard hospital equipment. The room isn't quite as clean as it ought to be. Tools are strewn about all over the tables, and mangled bits of robot parts line the walls, staining the floors with oil. Or at least, she sure hopes that's oil, anyway. And in the very center of the room, on the operating table, excessively bound by its restraints, a mutilated young boy in a striped shirt and orange hair. His eyes hollowed out, many parts of his body seem to be missing, while just as many others have been replaced with the beginnings of robotic enhancements. Let us get straight to the point, robot. Out of the corner of her eye, a figure emerges out of the shadows. It's Dr. Andonuts, but his skin is sallowed, almost rotting. His eyes are devoid of life, and his movement, the cybernetic attachments engulfing his body, pulling him along a path like a puppet on strings. The doctor walks past the boy on the operating table, in the incomplete form of himself. That's an interesting visual here. I am the second guilt, guarding one of the courages. If you wish to receive it, you must defeat me. At least this one isn't, like, swearing like a hog at her. But you cannot, because I am the perfect being. The flesh of man and metal of machine, unfettered by the filth of emotions plaguing humanity. From the moment I knew my flesh, I was disgusted by it. Well, you're one to talk, Cyborg, Lamau. I am an innovation taken to its highest degree. I am innovation. You are faulty. A robot that has lost order. Please allow me to correct you. What should she say? Ask about being the perfect being. Question why the robot. What is so different about them robotically? You say you're the perfect being? Could you go into any details about why that's the case? I was created to be a tool, a being with the purposes of serving a master. I was always meant to be molded into a retainer. No matter when or where, I am intended to assist in causing mass destruction. That is who I am, and and always will be. Wait, is that a reference to Shadow the Hedgehog? I don't know. I am a perfect obedient machine. Does this fulfill your inquiry? About suffering he's caused, question why he feels the need to serve. May I ask why you continue to obey these masters you speak of? Every time I find myself in a far-off world, I make myself useful. Porky needed me to create chimeras for him. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, that's the guy that makes the chimeras. Alright, so I obliged. The voice needed me to create mechs and document research for him, so I obliged. As long as I keep my head up high, I'll never have to look down and... Never mind. Motivate him to stand up for himself, push him to continue his thought. You can't possibly be happy in this situation. Nothing will change for you unless you stand up for yourself, Doctor. You never know until you try. I will no longer engage with you. Activate the buzzsaw. You continue to attempt to reason with a part of me that does not exist. What is your motive? To get courage to ease Andonut's mind. My motive is to ease your mind, Dr. Andonut. You can't stow away everything forever. It will only hurt you in the long term. Those above you do not control you. To be a perfect man is to feel nothing. If I had emotion, then I would unnecessarily... Oh, she cuts him off. Is that guy okay? Everyone that talks? Oh wait, no, I'm rereading chat. Feeling hurt is part of what it means to be alive. You think you're controlled by the whims of authorities above you, but you're so much more than that. You've been forced to work work under others, but you also have gone behind their backs to sabotage them. You're not as weak and hopeless as they've told you you are. The robot doctor freezes in his tracks. Joke Explainer can see his mechanical eyes darting back and forth, evaluating the assumptions he had made about his stage of being. It's clear the Joke Explainer struck a deep chord. Huh. Seemed like that fight was a bit quicker than the last one. I guess because the person chose most of the right options. Not all of them, but most of them. As he struggles to rationalize a way out, Joke Explainer slowly approaches the doctor and holds out her hand as a peace offering. Andonuts dips his head down and lets out a notably tired sigh. He stares deep into her, before letting his stance relax. You. I may have miscalculated in regards to how faulty you are. My apologies, robot. I pray that you learn to forgive me. I've gone far out of line. Dr. Andonuts is suddenly interrupted by Joke Explainer going up and giving him a hug. Aww. His eyes widen in surprise, before looking off to the side nervously. He doesn't really know what to do here. So he just gives the small robot an awkward pat on the head. Of course it's spelled S-M-O-L. Eventually Joke Explainer lets go and gives a nod. It's alright. I'm just happy you've calmed down, Doctor. Thank you. I wish you well in your quest. Please allow me to gift you the second courage for your troubles. Keep him safe. But there's still the body on the table. Of course, it's probably, you know, from the game Mother 3, but still. Gives one last sigh before powering down. Joke Explainer looks at him puzzled for a moment, before she hears the presence of someone else right behind her. It looks to be another young boy, this time with tall blonde hair and a striped shirt. Which one is that? Is that Lucas? Or am I don't know. Again, I don't know a lot about these games. Striking resemblance to the boy on the table. The first courage emanates outside Joke Explainer and smiles at the boy. The two courages to then give each other a handshake before returning to Joke Explainer. It is Lucas. Okay, I was right. I've obtained the second courage. Joke Explainer looks towards where the mechanical Andonuts was moments ago, but to her shock, all that's there is the remains of a faceless machine lying on the floor. She glances around to see if he had been moved somewhere else, yet nothing around really stands out to her. Nothing. Except a shiny radio buzzing on a table at the other side of the room. She nervously walks over to pick it up again and turn it on. Courage of Self. Joke Explainer turns the radio on with a tense expression. The game was never localized outside of Japan. Come on, give us Mother 3! Damn it! We need Mother 3! Oh gosh. Radio blares to life again, makes Joke Explainer flinch for a few moments. She lets up, however, when she hears the normal voice of Dr. Andonuts on the other side. Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Doctor! Joke Explainer! Oh, woo, I got so nervous when I heard a horrible sound on the radio earlier. It sounded like someone smashed it into a wall. Yes. Oh, no matter, you're back, and that's all that matters. It actually is styled like the Portal radio. Not just a walkie-talkie, I am an idiot. Because it did kind of look like the Portal radio. I mean, let's see. You're back, and that's all that matters. I'm terribly sorry I keep having these awful blackouts. I think I should have rearranged these needles slightly before skewering my head with them. It's alright, just... Dr. Andonuts, can I be honest? I need to tell you something I've neglected to mention up until this point. Well, of course. The tone of your voice sounds very worrying, dear. I have received the second courage. Oh, that's wonderful news. Just one more and you can escape my infernal... Please, Doctor. I'm not finished. Upon receiving the second courage, I realized a pattern with the obstacles I've had to face thus far to get them, which I assume will be repeated a third time for the last courage. Both courages were guarded by a present threat. The... guilt. Or the bad thing that the D character referred to. Oh dear. I hope they weren't too much trouble for you. I survived both encounters and got by well enough. However, both of these guilts, both took the form of you, Doctor. Joke Explainer waits for Andonut's response, but she can't hear anything discernible beyond the quiet static. After a few moments of waiting, she continues. The first guilt was a you that was bitter, afraid, and cruel. The second guilt was a you that was cold, robotic, and stoic. Both of them seemed upset to see me and did not want to give up the courage they were guarding. I had to talk to them and appeal to their humanity to get them to calm down and stop attacking. No. Doctor? Is everything alright? I thought it was a nightmare. Okay, my theory was correct. Joke explainer? I'm so sorry for the torment I put you through thus far. You shouldn't be here fighting against my mistakes. I should take you out. You gave me a mission, Dr. Andonuts. I have 2 of the 3 courages in my grasp now, and the 3rd will be in my sight shortly. But it wasn't supposed to be this difficult. I never wanted to put you in danger. I never wanted to hurt you. Joke explainer ignores the doctor's pleas and exits the house back onto Anguish Avenue. The fog is noticeably thinner now, enough that the radio is still able to work. To Joke explainer's current dismay, she starts making her way down the road. What are you doing? Get back into that house now! The 3rd courage might be ahead. I can't put you in jeopardy for my own selfish sake. Please, turn back. Turn back and I'll get you out of here. If you take me out now, you will instead be jeopardizing yourself, Doctor. I can't have your mind destroyed by the foreign entity. Joke explainer can hear Andonuts give out an exhausted groan on the other side. She attempts to continue on the path to the next courage, and in the distance can faintly make out a large shadow that sticks out to her like a sore thumb. Though as she continues further down the path, everything starts to darken around her. Please. I can't bear to see you destroyed again because of me. Again? What do you mean, again? I can't put you through that again. That wasn't your fault. It was well beyond your control. I let her go into that blasted world. I didn't stop her. I didn't do anything to save her. To save you. I let her go until I never saw her again. And I can't let the same happen to you, not again. So that's why she couldn't remember things before? When was she destroyed? Did we already cover that in the lore previously, or is this new? Also, is this whole canon? Is this whole story canon to SiIvagunner or not? I mean, I'm guessing it is, but Joke explainer can finally see it. The eyes that have been staring her down this entire time. They all surround her, glowing a striking magenta against the dark, misty fog. It is canon, okay. They stare into her soul, judging her for her actions, for continuing to fight against the doctor's commands. Either you guarantee yourself to be destroyed by the weight of your guilt fueled by that entity, or I take a chance on a happy conclusion for both of us. I'd rather have myself crash and burn if it meant keeping you safe. Is this whole thing the 3rd torment right here? Does he become the 3rd torment? The stress of her arguing and the eyes beating down at her makes her clench the radio tighter. She looks right at it as she shouts back at him. And that is your problem. I don't need you to watch over me as if I'm a child. What happened to the Joke explainer replica was undoubtedly not your doing, and I wish you would stop blaming yourself for that. I continue to do all this because I care about you, Doctor. And I don't want to see you suffer under the thumb of something you can't fix on your own. That's me at my work. There's so much of my work right now that I wish I could fix myself, but I have to wait on other people to do so. Anyway, she takes a moment to pause and her eyes dart upward. She sees that the distant shadow has grown into an absolutely gargantuan tower made out of houses haphazardly stitched together. If this were the real world, there's no way that thing could stand. The eyes continue to swarm. In the back of her mind, she can sense the searing hatred radiating off of them. She does her best to focus on them, to not give them not to focus on them, to give them attention or time of day. She won't let them distract her from her mission. Oh. I can't convince you to turn around and give up now, can I? Nope. I was afraid you'd say that. Alright. If I can't make you leave, then I can at the very least try to lead you to the last courage. Just... I won't be able to control what happens in there when you go to face the last... me. So please, whatever I end up doing in there, try not to hold it against me too much. I never did, Doctor. Joke explainer can hear what sounds like Andonuts laughing to himself. She can't tell if it's from nervousness or relief. Oh, I don't deserve your kindness. Okay, let's go get that courage and save my mind then. Let me read this. Joke explainer replica is the one we saw in the Nuclear Winter Festival. The one that was with Woodman when they were traveling? I thought that one survived. Because Woodman touched the thing, right? She didn't? Or, I don't know. Let's see. If it's in the stories besides ours, it's not canon. Okay, fair enough. It's up in that tower. Stories behind ours are canon? Wait, so are they canon or not? She dashes forward towards the base of the tower. It's a little hard to see with eyes looking into her, but she won't let them get in her way. She's determined to get the final courage and save Andonets. Just not main lore. Not the CCC. Okay. Well, I thought the CCC was part of the lore of SiIvagunner. Like, weren't they, like, connected? Like, there was the whole thing about the CCC universe and the SiIva AI, I don't know. Different storylines? Whatever. Oh, they're just not important. Nothing's not important. Once she finally makes her way to the stack of houses, the eyes dissipate. They scatter away like scared animals, not daring to get close to the tower. She considers that quite foreboding. I can sense the courage up towards the top, along with something else. It's hard to tell what, though. How do I get up there? Should I fly? This art reminds me of, like, that one game, Hello Neighbor. With the way the house is stacked like that. Oh, now when I think of Hello Neighbor, I can only think of the, like, Twitter account trying to get Pat's attention, desperate. You should really do a theory on this. How do I get up there? Should I fly? No, the weather is too unstable. I believe there's an elevator nearby that you can use to ride up. To your left. Joke Explainer turns to her left and inspects the area around the base. How does he know all of this? Like, does he have a television inside his mind or something? I don't know. Inspects the area around the base. She discovers a pair of rusted doors and a button. She presses it and waits for the elevator to arrive. When it finally does, the pathetic dinging noise chirps from within as the doors open to reveal a slimy, decrepit little chamber. The tiles on the wall look slightly peeled off, revealing the old crusty glue and shoddy brick craftsmanship. She takes a small, creaky step onto the wooden floor inside, but falls back fearfully after feeling it shake under her weight. Are you sure about this one? Is there not another way up? I can't sense another way. Don't worry, elevators are always much safer than they feel like. As long as you don't jump up and down a bunch or anything, it should easily be able to carry you upward. Let's see. It's his own mind. This is a replica of Andy's room from Toy Story? Is it? Or are you just joking? I think he would know. I guess. I mean, yeah. Since he's technically unconscious? Or what? I don't know. Okay. If you insist. Joke Explainer carefully steps into the elevator. You're referencing a meme? Oh, I don't know what meme you're referencing. Is it like a creepypasta or something? After taking in her surroundings, she turns to face the buttons on the wall. There's a whole lot of them. Oh, those are buttons in the background. I thought it was just weird art. 8,743 to be exact. Which one do I press? Oh god. She needs to do what Will Ferrell did in Elf and, like, light the ball up like a Christmas tree. Darn, give me a moment to think. Okay, I believe it's this button. Joke Explainer sees the 2,542nd button light up as distinct purple as he speaks. All of a sudden, the whole room begins to shake as it rises through the tower. Joke Explainer anxiously clutches the radio. I don't want to take a call right now. Look, I know you're nervous, and there isn't really much I can do to help you once we get to the top. I don't even know how much time I have left before I black out again. But you managed to get the first two courages all on your own. Let's see. Guy says the quote looks like Mr. Peterson, the neighbor from Hello Neighbor, was part of a skit from Mad. I know what Mad is, yeah. Well, Mad's a magazine. It wasn't just the cartoon... Like, it wasn't just, like, the Cartoon Network bit. Like, I don't know if I still have them, but at one point I did have some Mad magazines. I know. There isn't anything for me to fear. I'll be alright, Doctor. Yes, but just don't let the whatever it says get to you. Like you said before, you know where the courage is, so it's only a matter of time before the radio shuts off. Doctor? Dr. Andonutz? Hello? The light flickers of a joke explainer. She glances up to see it struggle to stay on, before losing strength and being unable to illuminate the space anymore. She stands rigid in the dark, the only thing helping her see being her own eyes and antennae and a lone glowing purple button. Almost instinctively, she starts her boosters. No, that set the floor ablaze. Nothing else to do, I guess. She stares at the button like a moth to a flame, desperately hoping the light above will turn back on soon. After what feels like an eternity waiting, feeling the elevator slowly rumble beneath her, she starts to worry. She's more than worried. She's panicked. Oh God. She makes her way close to the light as carefully as she can, trying her best not to shake the elevator. She steps on a tile and it scoots lightly, causing her to fall over and drop the radio with a shriek. It causes the elevator to rattle violently, but nothing breaks. She slowly sits up, quivering with an unnatural amount of fear about the stupid rickety elevator she's stuck inside of. Well, I said I wouldn't say it, but I guess I accidentally said it. Getting a bearing on her surroundings, she clutches the radio. The pocket looks like a smile, an evil one. Yeah, like a Cheshire Cat sort of smile. Only to find it isn't there anymore. Joke Explainer immediately stands up and tries to find it, but the darkness is too omnipresent. She can't see anything. She scrambles to look for it while simultaneously not falling over again and rocking the elevator. Ready for the Mexican ass in my ass? Is that a reference to that one YouTube poop we watched a few streams ago? The only thing she can see is the one button. The one button isn't enough for her to see anything. Maybe she should press another to see better. No. Joke Explainer shakes her head at the thought. It's just a dark, grimy elevator. It's nothing. She's seen the ground beneath her distort before. She can handle this much, right? Right, Joke Explainer? She can handle anything if she holds on to the courage in her heart. The courage that isn't hers. What was she doing again? Waiting. Waiting to get to the top of this tower. To get the final courage. To fight the final guilt. To press all the buttons. No. Who would do that for... What would that do for her? You know, it's funny. That button being placed there randomly makes me think that it's not the top of the tower. She just stops in the middle of the tower. and sees a plane out the window. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're not doing J-Schlatt stuff. She doesn't need to see anything. It's just riding to the top. Just focus on the whispers around her and the low rumble of the elevator as it continues to rise. Let's see. Reference to what Chad Warden calls TVIYH? TVIYH? SiIva uploaded a topic, ask riff. It'll comfort her despite her fear. Let it comfort, let it ring in her ears. You love the sound of safety. Isn't it nice? We're here for you all the way. Isn't it getting tiring to not be able to see anything? Don't you want to see? See? See those buttons over there? They want you to say hello. They want to talk to you. Don't you know? They want to hear you say, hi. Oh, we have some speaking there. She looks up at the wall to see the huge purple light emanating from the entire elevator. All of the buttons are lit up. And she's got her arms leaning on them. She swiftly backs away in confusion and terror, hearing a stirring sound circling around her. Voices. Horrible, horrible voices that all sound like her. Are they voices inside her head? Somehow. To reference... Oh, what Chad Warden calls the voice inside your head. Oh, I guess I am right then. The Mexican ass in my ass. I guess I forgot about that little line there. Oh, gosh. The Joke Explainer Parable. Oh, yeah, didn't they make, like, a sequel to that game, Stanley Parable? I think I saw someone play it. I forgot which streamer I saw play it. Repeating things she said, mocking her. She covers the sides of her face to attempt to block out the voices, but that doesn't do anything because she doesn't have ears. Well, she has audio receptors. Also, this is completely unrelated, but, like, whenever, like, people draw, like... No, I'm not, no. That's a dumb thought. The voices are swirling. God, they're spinning all around her. She can't stop hearing it. She screams out to tell the voices to stop. Or was that an echo in her, repeating in her instead? Maybe she never said anything in the first place. Wouldn't that be nice? To never have to hear your voice again. Your sickening voice, oh how you hate it. You feel it rising within you, in defiance. You try to fight back the screaming again, but it just keeps happening. You keep hearing the voices scream. Also, what's this weird jazz music in the background? This is giving me real, like, Tower of Terror vibes, like Twilight Zone stuff. I did let my Disney Pass expire, but I'm so glad that I rode that ride all the time. I think one time when I was a kid, when I went to Disney, I ended up, like, riding it, like, 20 times in a row, and I was the last person that they let into the line for that day. Good memories. Let's see. The Joke Explainer show featuring Fred Carey. Not really a sequel, but a remake with way more content. Yeah, I did see someone play Stanley Parable. Yeah, the Ultimate Edition, what's it called? I don't know. This also meant to reference Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I remember that event and, like, having everything, you know, be themed around forgetting and, you know, heartaches and abandoned things. I did like that event. Oh, Ultra Deluxe. That was... Okay, yeah, you're right. That's what it was. Or was it you all along? The elevator shakes once again. Joke Explainer's one and only comfort now. Being slowly pulled right under her grasp as it vibrates and shakes with an angry passion. She messed up. But as she looks up to see through the screaming voices and the harsh lights in her face, she spots a button near the bottom labeled Emergency Stop. She shakily stretches her hand out to reach for it, and finally makes her way to press the button. The elevator suddenly stops moving upward, and the voices cease to be. The quiet stillness is a comfort. Sadly, that button press is to be her downfall. The elevator rumbles one last time, before dropping at an unimaginable speed. It is Tower of Terror. Then she's just riding Tower of Terror, but without the seat. Joke Explainer flails around as she rises into the air, feeling completely weightless. The speed of her descent increasing more and more, going well past the normal velocity limit of gravity. All of a sudden, it stops falling, and Joke Explainer collides straight into the floor with a loud bang. It feels like she's running straight into titanium. You know, it is funny enough. I did make a little shitpost rip. I know I'm a fan of my Nowhere to Run monologue rips. One of them I made more recently uses the audio from the pre-show of Tower of Terror. Very topical. Let's see. Feels like she ran into the titanium, but before she can pull herself back up, the elevator starts to rise again. But it's rising too fast. Way too fast. It's going faster and faster. She's just riding Tower of Terror. That's all she's doing. Guardians of the Galaxy mission breakout. Thank God that version is not in the Orlando park, okay? That's only in, like, California or something. And I forgot if it's in France or not. But... yeah, thankfully, we here in Florida still have the actual original Twilight Zone version. Thank God. Alright, let's see. Oh God, she's going to fly straight out of the tower. The Joke Explainer finds herself lodged into the elevator ceiling. She must have flung into it when it stopped moving, but she can't remember when that happened. I like to imagine she, like, leaves a dent in the ceiling, like SpongeBob pressing into the, like, metal of the Krusty Krab from that one meme. In California. You forgot what the letter C was there about? I guess you could say you're California dreaming on a winter's day. Although it's summer. Let's see. The elevator has stopped again. But not for long. Over and over and over and over, up and down and up and down. It's Tower of Terror. She's in Disney. She has been transported to Disney World. I don't know when Dr. Andonuts went to Disney World, but it's canon. It's canon now. Up and down the wheel's Joke Explainer. She continues to crash to the floor and ceiling constantly, every collision damaging her body. She keeps blacking out and reawakening somewhere in the elevator. Finally, after so long, she wakes up to feel the elevator stop again. And this time, it doesn't pick back up. Completely stop for now. She pulls herself up with the best of her ability, only now being able to process just how mutilated every wall of the elevator looks now. Dents all over the place from her body slamming into it. Not to mention the damages all over herself, too. The pain is so bad it almost feels real. Uh-oh, we got a fight, seems like. Drip, 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 drip. Yes, she is dripped out. Thank you for noticing. Joke Explainer hears a haunting noise, one she's all too familiar with. It sends a horrible chill down her spine as she turns to see the source of the noise. Her eyes light up in horror when she indeed confirms her terrified suspicions. Not funny. Why are you booing me? I'm right. Not funny. Didn't laugh. There is a leak in the elevator. Water is pouring into the elevator at multiple angles, filling up the bottom at a slow but terrifying pace. Oh, now we're referencing The Shining, are we? Without breaking eye contact with the growing pool of water, Joke Explainer steps back, ignoring the awful pains in her left leg, and presses her back against the wall of the elevator. As cold water creeps up her body, she stops to think. She is a robot. She might have to take a rice bath when she gets home, but she doesn't need oxygen. Surely this water poses little threat to her, right? In what feels like a mere moments, the water is already up to her chin. As the water rises over her small stature past her face, she begins to feel something. There's a growing pressure, deep in her chest. It's almost like... Is this what it feels like? To need to breathe? But she can't breathe. She's suffocating. She splashes about in a panic, pushing herself upward to poke her head above the rising water. With a sharp gasp, she holds her head as high up as she can, and uses her thrusters to boost herself up to the ceiling. She struggles to... Dude, that's some interesting art right there. And now the lights are back. She struggles to keep herself steady in the air, to keep herself level-headed when she feels so overwhelmed. She tries to see if there's a way she can escape quickly. Her first thought is the door, but it seems glued shut. After some attempts to wrench it open, she backs away to look for another possible exit. The buttons are like eyes in the mouth. There's got to be an exit somehow. She flies up to the top of the elevator to get a good view of the entire room, with her being able to see better thanks to the light from her thrusters. Have all of you on chat seen this video before, or is anyone else watching this for the first time? You know, I never thought to think about that with all these lore streams. Like, I'm sure some of you have seen most of this. I know there's some people who helped to make some of these, so I don't know if anyone else is watching this for the first time or not. Pardon me. All of a sudden, she feels something hit her head and push her downward. Her first assumption is that a person is trying to pin her to the floor. But when she looks up to see who's pushing her, she's only met with the cold ceiling wall. She yelps in alarm to see the ceiling go down, threatening to crush her with the water. This is very interesting with the art direction here. I like this. Tries her best to push the ceiling back up. Her thrusters roar in intensity, and she puts more energy into keeping it from turning her into a watery robo-pancake. It slows the ceiling down significantly, but she doesn't have enough strength to fully stop it in its tracks. Even worse, the water's starting to get much closer to her now. She only has mere moments before the elevator destroys her. She has no idea what to do. God, what does she do in here? The water's reached the bottom of her feet by now. She darts her head around to look for anything to save her. There, she can spot a particular dent on the elevator door down that's a little bit of the water is flowing through. That may be her only ticket to survive this death trap of an elevator. Let me read chat. We've been new? What do you mean, we've been new spelled like that? I tried on several separate occasions to watch this, but always stopped caring eventually. Oh, well, I guess we're finally getting the full dose, huh? She takes a deep breath and pushes herself off the lowering ceiling to give herself a speed boost towards the dent. For a split moment, fear ripples down her body as she dives into the water. But Joke Explainer quickly pulls herself together and makes her way to the dent to grip onto it. Pardon me, my throat is not doing well right now. That tends to happen if you're talking for this long. I forgot to say the word possibly. Oh no, how dare I forget a word in the narration. Let's see. Pardon me. She begins pulling it apart with all the strength she has, as the ceiling and water finally meet each other. The two opposing forces fight for dominance over which will consume the whole elevator first, making the water pressure tighter with each passing second. Well, wait. I thought you can't compress water. Am I right? You can condense steam, but I don't think you can compress water. I'm thinking too much. She can feel it press on her for even more than the ceiling did, threatening to break her into pieces if she doesn't get this door open. A hinge on the elevator door snaps, and the entire thing pulls open suddenly. Joke Explainer is pulled out of the elevator with the rapidly rushing water, eventually falling onto some sort of ground. The water subsides around her, and she sighs in relief when she feels the pressure leave her body. But once she gets a grip on herself, her relief turns to confusion as she stares at the deep pink carpet beneath her. Oh, she's just straight up in the voice's office. Now, is this still in Andanut's mind, like a projection of it or something? I'm guessing it is. I don't think it's the real office. She notices the large glass windows surrounding the room, reflecting some distant outside city. The room is mostly barren aside from a desk and chair at the center point, and the chair turned away from Joke Explainer's field of vision. She gently rubs her head in confusion, continuing to survey the dimly lit area. This is the voice inside your head's office. When did she get here? Just a mere moment ago, she was struggling in the midst of the single worst elevator ride in her entire life, but now she's here. Here in this cold and unwelcoming office. She never actually had been up here in person before, only seeing it through the lens of a Christmas comeback crisis. The Christmas comeback crisis. She silently wonders if this is really how it feels to have come up here. Oh. So, okay, so this is... Because Joke Explainer is not part of the Christmas comeback crisis. Joke Explainer is the SiIvagunner character? I forgot how these bleed into each other. And then I see Andanuts has the voice inside your head's text font. I see you finally made it, Joke Explainer 7000. Doctor? Ooh, not quite. The chair spins around to reveal what Joke Explainer can only make out as the vague figure of Dr. Andanuts. At least she thinks it's him. If she tilts her head the wrong way, though, he looks taller, like a bizarre optical illusion shifting in her peripherals. He leans forward and clasps his hands together in a very formal manner. Was the ride up here pleasant? I figured I'd give you an easy time, since you were dying to see me. Joke Explainer winces a little, reliving the horrors of that wretched elevator trip. I take it you've had quite an eventful adventure running your way through the depths of this old man's mind. Have you had your fun? The doctor inside your Andanuts will know. Fun was never part of the equation. I'm here to save Dr. Andanuts from the foreign entity that's plaguing his mind. Is that what he told you to get you in here? Haha, how quaint. He'll really tell anyone anything to get them to do what he wants. Joke Explainer tilts her head like a confused puppy. Oh, Shadowy Andanuts takes notice very quickly. Please, forgive me for darting ahead so far. I've had much on my plate as of late, and the speed of your arrival was indeed a little unexpected. Get yourself up first, at the very least. Joke Explainer can feel a presence grab her and pull her to her feet, like a puppet on strings. As soon as she's to her feet, the feeling disappears entirely. She stares at the shadowy doctor, trying her best to conceal any terror rising throughout her body. Good, good. Now we can finally speak eye to eye. Who are you? Are you the third bad thing? The guilt? Indeed, that pathetic old sap has given me the title of Third Guilt of the Mind, guarding the last and final courage you need. However, I find that name rather boring. Unintuitive. Not much of a creative fellow, you'd agree. Joke Explainer sheepishly nods her head, not quite following the conversation. Yes, thank you. That is why I have elected to instead refer to myself as... the voice inside his head. Has a much better ring to it, don't you think? He said it! He said the thing! Joke Explainer stops nodding and tenses her stance. As she does, she catches a glint in the shadowy doctor's glasses. An unnatural, piercing purple glow shines through them now, forcing Joke Explainer to shrink and squirm under its gaze. It threatens to stab right through her if she looks at it for too long, causing her to suddenly turn her head away. Ah, what's the matter? Why do you look so afraid, my dear Joke Explainer 7000? Seen something you wish you hadn't? Please, give me the third courage in your possession. I don't want to fight, Doctor. I only want to help. And that's wonderful, because I don't want to fight either. That isn't quite my style. No, I'm here to assist as well. You are? But of course. You see, I've observed for a long time the way in which the good doctor has impacted the world which flows around him. The pain he causes others. The pain he causes himself. All of it is just so unnecessary, you see. Would it not be better to eliminate the cause of grief entirely? To sort of sweep it under the rug, so to speak. To let it die in peace. Dr. Andonuts, you don't have to shut out the parts of yourself that you're afraid of. You're a good man. You don't need to suffer like this. Oh, no, you misunderstand me, Joke Explainer 7000. Why does he always say the full legal name? I need more water. Ugh. I'm not here to shut out. I'm here to shut off. For good. Shut off? Hold on. You don't mean I want the doctor to die. Joke Explainer opens her mouth in shock. The room begins to feel as though it's spinning. She struggles to get any words out. If Dr. Endonuts dies, would you not die as well? A worthy sacrifice for the greater good of the world. A good man always must do what is right for those around him, and when he becomes a liability, well, that's when he has to take himself out of the equation. He says the full legal name because he's so professional, I see. But how could, as a machine yourself, you must understand this. I mean, what do you do when you have a faulty program causing errors in your system? You shove it in the trash and delete it. Or you spend 17 hours trying to debug it, only to find out you missed a semicolon. Joke Explainer looks to the side, guiltily ruminating over what the dark figure of the doctor just said. After some moments of reflection, she turns her head back with a determined look in her eye. I'm sorry, but I cannot let you move forward with this plan. Dr. Andonuts is worth saving. I would love to see you attempt to stop me, Joke Explainer 7000. Or you could use an antivirus. It's funny. You need Protogent. That's an interesting... It's interesting seeing the full sprite there. Also, having Joke Explainer in the background? Why do you think the doctor is worth saving? Hasn't he given you so much grief during your stay in the Magicant? He's tortured you so relentlessly, and you think he deserves to live? Refute the point about torture. Dr. Andonuts never consciously hurt me. I'm here out of my own free will, my desire to help the doctor. He even asked me to leave Magicant after encountering the second guilt. But I won't let him suffer without help. Interesting rebuttal. However, in your eagerness to assert your own agency, you fail to consider the implicit pressure the doctor placed upon you from the beginning, the way in which this endeavor was framed, a mission. A scenario he knew you would keep devoted to fulfilling your objective, an insipid, ruinous idea he willingly infected you with. No, he may not have known exactly what you would face upon arrival, but he suspected. He knew it was a dangerous operation, with many unknown factors, and yet he downplayed their significance, presented you with a simple extermination job, and kept you committed to raise objections once complications arose. How could you possibly justify these actions? He didn't know how to ask for help. Insists the voice is lying, believe in the doctor. He was probably lost and scared. He did not know the true repercussions of what his issue would entail. He didn't seem to have anyone else to turn to except for me. I can't fault him for feeling trapped and afraid to give the full possible details of my mission. Afraid to tell you the truth. Like a sniveling coward. This world has no place for cowards like him, don't you see? He'll just use and abuse you until your usefulness is up, and then toss you away to find that next poor gullible idiot to hide behind. And he'll keep doing this until I step in and stop him. Think about it. He maintains no contact with you for months at a time, only calling when he needs you to do his dirty work? And you just put up with that? He was forced to work for Haltman, or Andonuts has been busy, but he cares. I know it's been a while, but I don't blame him for it. He's been busy with his work, and I know he still cares about me. He's helped me a whole lot. Dr. Andonuts, he taught me how to fend for myself in this world. He freed me from being experimented on by other researchers, and taught me how to repair myself when my systems get damaged. I owe my life to the doctor. Dr. Andonuts and I genuinely care about each other. Not that I expect you to understand something like that, voice. How did you even get in here, anyway? Oh, my dear Joke Explainer 7000. This is where you're horribly mistaken. I've always been here. Always nagging in the back of the doctor's mind. Everyone has their own version of me deep within themselves. In fact, you, yourself, have your very own dissenting voice. The angry, spiteful part of you that will always tell you no. Wouldn't you like to see her? Oh, that's an interesting little transformation there. What should she do? Deny or refute? Even if you're correct, I don't have to listen to that part of me. I may not be able to stop hate, but I can always encourage love. For now, that may be the case, but not forever. Inevitably, you'll fall, just as he has, just as the doctor has, as well. At some point, you'll crack under the pressure, and the hate and the dark part will consume every facet of your being. And what will you do when that happens? You will fall. Fall! Point out the voice has been stalling. Bone cracking sounds. Yeah, these are some interesting sound choices. Have you been stalling? What? This entire back and forth. You keep saying these big sweeping things, but never actually do anything. Are you afraid? Are you sure? What? That's preposterous. Where do you get off suggesting... Where do you get... What, am I on a subway? Where do you... Mr. Freeman, it is time that I get off. That wasn't a G-Man impression. I don't know what that is. Mr. Freeman... I'm not gonna try. Suggesting that I'm stalling. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down. With the lemons. What I'm capable of? Yes, I do. Which is why I believe you're stalling. You don't really want to do this, do you? You want me to talk you out of it so you can justifiably back away. So you won't have to kill yourself. You don't really want to do that. I'm... The shadowy Andonuts drops his stance, tilting his head down towards the floor. He attempts to get some refutation out against Joke Explainer, but nothing that discernibly resembles English comes out. Finally, he caves, clutching his head and falling to his knees with a groan. You should low tier Andonuts. Oh, Lord. Let's see. He's not attacking, but she has 1 out of 2 HP. Oh, yeah, she does, doesn't she? That's why you can see her, like, dented and damaged in the background. Although, was she not wearing that hat before? Isn't that, like, her safari hat? Anyway. You stupid ooh, dropping the demeanor there. I thought it was going to be the start of the fight. Or, I mean, like, that's how you end the conflict. The dark figure lets out one last sigh before readjusting what Joke Explainer thinks his tie. Oh, what Joke Explainer thinks is his tie and standing back upright. She looks off idly to the side awkwardly, but steps forward to give him a comforting hug. However, he refuses to reciprocate, instead standing there tensely. Are you done yet? Joke Explainer promptly lets him go, and he proceeds to dust his sleeves off as if attempting to get some sort of grime off of him. Alright. You're a clever robot, I'll give you that much. I don't have a rebuttal for that point. Because I suppose in some regard it's true. Truth be told, I'm rather tired. Tired of all this anguish that constantly surrounds me. I'm sure you've heard all of this before. After all, you have been trekking through Anguish Avenue. It'd be surprising not to find any anguish here, right? Joke Explainer gives a short nod. This whole game is just Joke Explainer going, you should love yourself now! Attacking with positive affirmations. Right. Well, fair is fair, I suppose. I won't do anything drastic today. Or at least I won't. I can't say much for the rest of the doctor. Take the final courage. Feel free to throw it against the wall and watch it splat for all I care. I have no business with it anymore. Oh yes, tell Varric I said hello when you meet him again. With that, the lights in the office suddenly light up, illuminating the entire space. The shadowy Andonauts disappears in front of Joke Explainer's eyes, leaving only a small purple-haired girl lying in his former place. She sits up to look at Joke Explainer and gives a wave. Joke Explainer waves back before being interrupted by the two other Courages appearing from behind her. Oh, so it's her, huh? They seem overjoyed to be reunited with the last one, and the three together all give each other short waves and high fives. Once they're finished, they all face Joke Explainer and enter her soul, giving her a great increase in strength and resolve. Joke's on you, you gotta ride the elevator back down. Good luck, pal! Joke Explainer 7000 finally has all three Courages! Toto get it. Oh, hello, Blood, welcome. We're doing some reading today, and my voice is not liking it. Oh, my bad. All of a sudden, she hears a loud ding sound behind her. She turns to see the elevator door open once again, beckoning her in. At first, she refuses, searching for some other way to escape. Yeah, break the window! Like a staircase to the bottom, even considering breaking the window. See? Flying back down. But she knows she doesn't have the energy to do that. She has to ride that horrid elevator again. She metaphorically holds her breath as she steps inside. The elevator definitely wobbles under her weight, but not to the same degree as it did before. She carefully makes her way over to the buttons and presses the bottom one, causing the door to close and the elevator to begin descent. It's shockingly quiet ride down. Yeah, this is an entire visual novel we've been reading for a while. You know, I wonder if I should try doing one of those fanfiction reading streams again. Problem is, I have to actually research and find stuff that's bad enough to look at on stream, and, like, entertainingly bad enough, not just, like, unreadable. The doors open to reveal the outside, back in Anguish Avenue. She jumps out, happy to be out of that awful place. Anguish Avenue seems a bit brighter. Fog still covers the entire area, but she finds it much easier time leaving the place than it was entering. She eventually makes her way back to where she originally came from, opting to turn back and look at the place one final time. It's still eerie to look at. She decides to leave before it can pull any final mind games on her. It takes a little while, but she makes it back to her original starting point. She spots the mouth of terror up ahead, with Varric still guarding it, and picks her pace up excitedly. Joke Explainer's finally back, ready to contain the foreign entity plaguing Dr. Andonaut's mind once and for all. I'm back, and I have the... Hi-ho! I see you returned! Joke Explainer once again gets a bit startled by the sudden appearance of Mr. D. Oh, hello again. Yes, I have obtained all three Courages. Good. Boing. Much hurry. Go show Guardman Courages. The Joke Explainer walks up to Varric, wondering how she should present the Courages, when all three reveal themselves one by one and offer a high five to Varric. Varric gives a slight smirk and reciprocates the offer. Varric then gives a nod of approval to Joke Explainer and opens the way for her to enter. Really far into it. Yeah, we've done a lot of these streams, and we've got plenty more to go. And I'm really struggling to speak. Oh god. My voice. Ding. Cave now open for you entering. Thank you for all the help, Mr. D. Without your guidance, I am unsure where I'd be right now. Goodbye. Boing. Zoom. Bye-bye. I thought it said die for a second. Joke Explainer passes by Varric, and gathering up as much of her own courage as she can, walks into the mouth of terror. Looks like we got enough room left for, like, one final fight, maybe? She ventures deeper. The light of the cave entrance gradually fades, leaving the walls illuminated by the dim glow of her eyes and antenna. The darkness is unnerving, but the longer she walks, the more she feels it's a bit anticlimactic? Not to say the dark cave isn't scary, but after everything she went through, Joke Explainer was bracing herself for something a lot more traumatizing. For all intents and purposes, this is just a normal cave. Though, of course, just as the thought flows through her mind, she senses something off. From certain parts of the cave walls, the light she's casting onto it, not reflecting anything back, tiny pockets of absolute nothing, holes that are almost imperceptibly small to her. I hope she doesn't have trypophobia, or however you pronounce it. Oh god, my voice. should be only one more stream and there's not much left, is there? Apparently there's a whole nother playlist, though. Curiosity gets the better of her, and she gently pokes one of the strange dark holes to see what may be beyond this other side, but when she lifts her hand, she notices that the hole is much larger now than it was before she touched it. Lowering her arm, she spots small bits of rock and dust on her hand. Bits of the wall that peeled off onto her. Suddenly, she hears a low rumble sound surrounding her. Looking up to witness the cause, she stares at the wall, watching it consumed by a horrible, ever-present darkness. It threatens to swarm the entire cave, and she backs away in shock, noticing just how close it was getting to her face. Her thrusters roar to life as she dashes through the cave, desperate to stave off the crumbling darkness reaching her. The cave twists and distorts the further she flies through, but she doesn't care. She's been through hell and back already. Nothing's going to stop her from completing her mission. You just gotta keep repeating that. She won't let the darkness slowly surrounding her vision stop her from completing her mission. She won't let her losing any sense of gravity stop her from completing her mission. She won't let her vision becoming obscured and unable to being seeing the walls around her anymore stop her from completing her mission. She thinks she sees a light, but before she can even think about reaching out to grab it, the darkness surrounds every facet of her being and she falls into nothing. How can you fall into nothing? It's literally nothing, bro. You know who else falls into nothing? For how long she drifts along, it is impossible to tell. It may be minutes, days, years. It becomes harder and harder for her to keep her mind stable. Does she even have a mind? It's hard to tell without anything that resembles a genuine thought passing through it. Maybe this is what being brain dead is. She'd make a note of this experience if she had any capacity to. Is it an experience, though, or is it the absence of one? It reminds me of, like, one of those sensory deprivation chambers people go into. I've never been near one of those. Lighting is so fun. Not a single one of her senses are working, suspended in this empty void. Is this an empty void, actually? Maybe there's other things around her. But why can't she sense their presence? Maybe she doesn't really exist. What even constitutes the existence of Joke Explainer, then? If she could just grab onto something, she could be able to better define the difference between what is and what isn't a thought to her. If there ever really was a difference. If there ever really was anything. If there ever... From behind her, she hears the sound of a light switching on. Suddenly, her thoughts sprang back to life, the input screaming at her to turn the body she forgot she had around. When she does, she sees a single spotlight in the void, shining down on what looks like a standard work desk, housing an already running computer. Joke Explainer starts walking up to the desk, trying to make out the details on the computer screen. After getting to the desk, she carefully begins to touch to get a better view when... Joke Explainer, I can sense you made it into the mouth of terror. Can you hear me? Doctor? Yes, I can hear you, but... Where are you? How is that possible without the radio? Oh, thank goodness, you're okay. And you managed to get the third courage. Fantastic. As for how I can speak to you... I hypothesize that entering the mouth of terror may have put you deep enough into my consciousness, giving me the ability to speak to you from inside. That's wonderful, Doctor. Let's see. Nothing but a computer. Here we have two endings, the neutral and the true ending. I wonder what the difference is. My poor voice. Oh, God. It's a good thing we're stopping after finishing this. I don't know how much longer I can speak. Though I am curious, do you know what this computer desk in front of me is? I don't understand why this is the only thing here. Is it important? Joke Explainer, that's the foreign entity. Please, take out the fun-size absolutely safe capsule and capture it. We can end this nightmare once and for all. This is the foreign entity? Are you sure? I can't escape. I can never escape. The brain rot. It's all consuming. Are you sure? I wouldn't expect it to look like this. Please, you can't look too deep into it. The more time that goes by, the bigger the threat becomes. Hurry! Of course, chat's just go, are you sure? Shouldn't we read what the computer has to say first? It could help determine the issue. Joke Explainer, please, listen to me. Do not read what is on that computer. It is not important. What's important is trapping the entity, and safely getting you out of my mind. Doctor, this threat has been endangering your well-being for a while. It is in our best interest to understand what the threat may be, is it not? I'm begging you, Joke Explainer. Don't read the archives. We're so close. All you have to do is remove that memory and... Hold on, memory? I thought... But you said this was a foreign entity, didn't you? Uh-oh. Mask slips. Let me guess. The true ending is reading it. The neutral ending is deleting it. The doctor's voice is gone. With each second of silence, more pieces begin to fit together in Joke Explainer's mind. Okay, Joke Explainer, listen. Just listen to me for a second. You said they were archives. You know what's on this computer, don't you? Have you been hiding this from me the entire time? Why would you lie to me about this? What could be in these archives that... Stop! The void surrounding Joke Explainer begins to rapidly flash through a barrage of psychedelic saturated colors as the atmosphere reaches a fever pitch. She looks around, recoiling in shock before it settles back into being an empty, barren void. I'm sorry. I just can't let you see what's in those archives. I just need it gone. I deeply apologize that I lied to you, but you can please use this capsule to get rid of the memory. It's for my own sake. I wonder what that memory is. I guess we'll find out. Can't believe SiIva did a liar-revealed plotline. Doug Walker would be furious. Doug Walker knows a thing or two about films. Maybe not the best things to know. What was the other item? Was it a donut? Oh, it was the donut from the beginning. How did the donut transfer into her mind? Also, of course, it has the Pokeball sound effect. Joke Explainer tosses the device towards the computer. To make contact, it opens up and shrinks the computer down before closing again. Joke Explainer proceeds to walk and pick up the sealed capsule. The next thing she knew, she was back in Andanut's lab. She then heard the door to the machine open. Joke Explainer, you did it! You got rid of the memory! Yes, I suppose I succeeded in my mission. How are you feeling, Doctor? I feel better than ever. Well, that's great news, Doctor. Thank you, Joke Explainer. Our business here is concluded. You may leave my lab and go back to running the SiIvagunner YouTube channel. Sure, I guess. Goodbye, Doctor. Joke Explainer exited out of Andanut's lab, feeling unfulfilled. I wonder if that's a nudge to something. We did it, we lobotomized Andanuts. Yay! Where's the ice pick? Bad ending. Game closes itself here, good ending is next. Okay. I'm sorry, I just can't let you see what's in those archives. I just need it gone. I deeply apologize that I lied to you. But can you please just use the capsule to get rid of the memory? That's for my own sake. Press the B keys to... Wait. The EXE has been titled this the whole time, by the way. Press it here. Press the B key, stupid. So the executable has that. It's for your own good. I must come to an understanding of what you're trying to hide. I'm sorry, Doctor. Wait! Don't! You're making a mistake! Joke Explainer begins to read the archives on the computer. Are these the archives we've been watching the whole time? Like, is she just reading everything we've read before? Press the B button, stupid. It's a Toby game. Oh, he made a game called Press the B button, stupid? The void flares and flashes around her as she ignores them completely, and then continues to plead. Joke Explainer, I don't think you understand! You don't want to see this! Her head is unmoving, staring deep into every word of the archives. She seems... Oh, so it is the ones we've been reading. What was so bad about the archives we've been reading? I mean, is it just her, like, recognizing the reality of her being, like, a construct? Like, is it just her learning all the meta-knowledge of SiIvagunner? And all the SiIva stuff? I don't know. Maybe she's also reading the AI's logs? It's on the same level as Scott Cawthon's There Is No Pause button. I don't know if I'm aware of that game. She seems discontented. she isn't learning anything. Over and over she rereads what's displayed on the screen while the waves of color dance frantically around her, desperately attempting to grab and pull her away from the computer altogether, though they have no physicality and simply phase through her every time. Is the archive next in the lore playlist in it? Oh. I just want to see how long that video is. I'm not going to watch it right now, but... Oh gosh, I gotta scroll all the way back down. What's it? How long is that one? The World Beyond Ours. 7 minutes. Well, if it really is that short, would it make sense to also watch that afterwards? She knows everything that she's reading? Are you trying to spoil it? Eventually, after a long while of reading, she slowly turns her head to the side and looks up. That's it? The swirling colors all suddenly freeze in place, shocked by the lack of emotional response. What? Yes, that's it. What do you mean, that's it? I already knew this information. Joke Explainer flinches as the colors all explode in a frenzy, before fading away and leaving her back in darkness. She could have sworn she heard the doctor scream in confusion through all that mess. No, that's fine. I know you're special. You have some strange connection with the world beyond. I already know this. Okay. Well, you read those dastardly archives. Now, get to sealing them away for me, please. So he can't handle with the thought of knowing he doesn't actually, like, I'm guessing he's struggling existentially with the fact that he's, you know, not exactly real. I'm guessing that's why. Deleting information from someone's database goes against my programming. What? What do you mean? My primary directive is the collection and spread of information. I can't do this to you, Doctor. All information deserves to be accessible. There are some people that wouldn't agree with that, but I don't agree with them. Let's see. See the AI log in another Holman archive, so why not? I think for the sake of comprehending the story more, the next archive is necessary. They're intended to go hand in hand. Alright, we'll watch it afterwards, but that'll be the last one. You went all this way. I put you through all this trouble. You can't be getting cold feet now. Please, you don't understand what this thing has done to me. I'm sorry. I won't let this happen. Oh, final fight. Why would you want me to keep this memory? I'm just going to continue suffering from it. I don't want to continue feeling as if nothing I do matters. That my story is already predetermined. Listen, Doctor. Trust me when I say I can understand where you're coming from. As someone special, as you said, I know that it can be a heavy load to shoulder. But rather than turning away, I think it may be better to talk about it first. Would you like to talk to me? It started as a morbid curiosity. I noticed a flaw in my logic about the state of our world. And I ended up going too far and opening Pandora's box. Learning that I and everyone else I know and love are simply puppets to greater powers who fling us around for their own twisted sense of entertainment. My entire life has been determined from the start to finish by beings I never even get to meet. But your actions do matter. Figments are a distillation of concepts and ideas taken shape, and ideas have the power to influence others around them with what they represent. You affect the world beyond ours. We all do, really. People care about us, and what happens to us, and what becomes of our destiny is affected by us. Oh, but who cares? Who cares about me? I'm so powerless. I'm a side character in my own life. I'm only here to be a working gear for the main characters that always have the spotlight. It's funny. That reminds me of that skit, like, when you realize you're not the main character, and it was like the guy standing next to the protagonist in the fight, and like the villain doesn't really acknowledge him, and the two of them like rocket away for their fight off screen, and he's like, oh god, I really am a side character. Do you know what that bits and pieces happen? Oh wait, do you know that bits and pieces of what happens in our world get put on the SiIvagunner channel at random points in time? Yes, the lore. And guess what? I checked. Oh god, did I check. And the only appearance I ever make physically is when I was around for that stupid election. Not any of the actual interesting things that have happened in my life, just a stupid throwaway conversation I forgot about not even 2 hours after I left the scene. Okay, they're just going full meta with it. Huh. Because, yeah, it's weird that he wasn't in more of the CCC. I mean, aside from the archives, I mean, that's his main importance to the story, is all those archives he wrote. For Haltman. There is no secret fight. I mean, this kind of is a secret fight. It's like a secret ending sort of thing. But, I had another thing I wanted to ask, but I think I forgot it. Pardon me. Anything else is some document I happen to write. They're coincidence. They're nothing. I care about you. I know how terrifying it feels to know your whole life is pushed by a group you don't have much agency to negotiate with. But that doesn't make any of what we go through any less real. It just doesn't, or it doesn't feel fake to you, does it? Even if there's no audience to watch it all go down, it still happened. Your life still moves, even when you're alone. But you're not alone, Doctor. You've got your co-workers at Haltman Works, and you got me. I know at the very least that locking your memory away just because it hurts you means you won't ever let yourself heal. Just because you don't remember it doesn't mean it won't affect you. So please understand. I'm not going to use this capsule. Oh, I misread the thing saying this is the secret fight. I thought it said this. There is no secret fight. My bad. Oh, that's cool. Like, the stuff in the background's becoming more clear. Oh, if there's one thing I'll give you, it's that you're persistent. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have put you on this journey in the first place, I feel. I just want you to be okay, Doctor. Oh, the expression, the worried expression. Me too. Thank you for everything you put up with. You don't have to seal the memory. As much as I'd love to forget it all and live in blissful unawareness. Scientific endeavors never succeed when scientists willingly have blindfolds over their eyes. Just give me a second. Funny point that is, huh? It's almost as if the scientific method involves starting with a hypothesis and coming to a conclusion, not the other way around, huh? There's some people that could learn that. Everything becomes surrounded by light, and Joke Explainer can feel herself fall away from consciousness into the... Is the reason we're watching this long play instead of the actual upload? Is the actual upload the canon ending, and then this version is like all the other options? Is that what this is? Oh, I see. Well, we're waiting. Joke Explainer can feel a metal table underneath her. Her optical sensors are taking a long time to adjust, barely seeing the fluorescent lights before hearing their quiet hum. She tried to move herself into a sitting position, but, wow, it's hard. She almost felt lightheaded again. Doctor? Joke Explainer! A clipboard and pen rattled onto the other table as Dr. Andonuts darted across the room, embracing Joke Explainer and startling her back into sense. I was so worried. I'm so sorry that I had to put you through that experience. You didn't deserve that at all. Oh, not that he had to, but that he put her through the experience. The embrace tightened ever so slightly. After a moment of deliberation, she sheepishly returned the hug, letting herself rest into it. No need to apologize, Doctor. I'm here for you, and I'm always happy to assist you no matter what. Are you alright? How are you feeling? I'm alive. I feel exhausted. You know, part of me wonders, how did they release this game like, because obviously they released, the SiIva released their own, you know, version of their playthrough as a video in the lore playlist, but, did they just drop this on, like, some website for people to download? There was something about an ARG. I don't know what the ARG is all about. ARG stuff. Okay. Joke explainer so cat-like here. Was this like the reward for the ARG or something? Like when the ARG ended, is this what it unlocked or something? Pardon me. Well, exhaustion is a sign of true science, my dear. It's one of the rewards. Okay. It's complicated. One of the pass. Oh, Lord. Is there some video explaining all of the ARG? I don't know. I think I asked that question before, didn't I? I think I asked that question before. She couldn't help but laugh a little. Joke explainer let herself be cradled in his arms, letting her sensors wind down. Until her scheduling alarm beeped her awake. The Halloween event would be over by now, wouldn't it? Doctor, I need to leave. Joke explainer tried to move out of the embrace, but Nuts wasn't budging. 2 taps on the shoulder, and he was off. Please, if there's anything I can ever do for you, let me know. You saved my life. I'll do anything to help you. Would you like another donut? Joke explainer turned to the side, shuffling her way towards the door. Thank you, but no need. I'm satisfied in helping you through your troubling time. Well, here, let me check for any damages in your system at the very least. I was just about to run tests on your physical systems and neural network composition. Doctor, please, take a rest. I know how to conduct my own physical examination. You taught me, remember? But... Someone has some videos on... Oh, yeah, you had mentioned that, didn't you? I think you did mention that at one point. That someone had videos on it. I wonder if I should go over that as part... Like, maybe I should do a reaction to the videos about the ARG? Maybe? As part of a stream? I mean... it's me reacting to the ARG, even if it's in a condensed format, but maybe. I don't know. The game was a reward for the Max PH folder in the Holtman Company website for the ARG. I think I visited that website at one point, and I was confused by the website, so I didn't mess around with it, but I think I did visit that website, if I'm remembering the right thing. Joke explainer gave him a stern look. He sighed, dropping his shoulders and nodding slowly. Okay. You're right. I really do have to go. I have unfinished obligations regarding the SiIvagunner channel. Just stay safe, alright? Don't be afraid to ask for my help whenever you need it. I care about you too, Joke explainer. Of course. Did we go over the reason he found out about all of this? Like, at some point, did it ever explain how Nuts found out about reality? Because if so, I'm trying to remember. Have a good recharge, Doctor. Likewise. He slinked away, exhausted but with an uplifted spirit, towards his room in the lab. Joke explainer stood in the doorway, thinking intently. After a moment or so, she nodded to herself softly before she headed out of the tower. I like the music here. Everything will come in time? Well, I mean, it makes it sound like I should, like, you know, watch the videos about the ARG, unless they're explained in the other lore videos? I don't know. Should I watch the lore? Oh, I see, that's probably part of the ARG right there. Like a clue, a crumb. Probably some link extension. Okay, now I'm looking at all the game overs. What makes you think you're so special? We read this part. Okay, well this is just going over all the wrong choices. I'm gonna give my voice a rest for a second. Yeah, we already read that part. Why are you afraid of them knowing? There's nothing shameful to hide about that. Even if they disrespect you for it, they don't deserve your time. Yeah, she said... I remember that part. Yes, I did see that. If we're both at least partially robotic, what makes you superior? Your failure to comprehend tells me more than my words ever could. Activates a buzzsaw. Yeah, this guy's relatively to the point. Alright, we read that part. Is this really who you want to continue being? How do you feel about the anguish you've done to others? Are you truly this dense? How many times must I say it? I feel nothing. Never mind, I'm interested in hearing what you are going to say. I don't mind listening. I will no longer engage with you. Yeah, this one, very to the point. Wait. Continue to enter the reason. Oh no, yeah, I saw that part. My motive is to get the courage and capture whatever is attacking Dr. Andanut's mind. You think I didn't know that? Your persistent lack of awareness is astounding. Goodbye. I think everyone deserves to live, no matter what. You only have one life here, you shouldn't throw it away so hastily. Strongly disagree. There are some people who must be destroyed for the good of the whole. The doctor is among them, and that you defend him and his oath proves you are too. Die. Very direct. Let's see. I don't believe you. Dr. Andanutz would not intentionally spare me details on something I could potentially put me in any danger. Oh, how cute. I would pity you if you weren't currently attempting to stand in my way to stop my endeavors. Let me put you off out of your misery to spare you of the knowledge. Swung a knife like in episode 11. I thought he had a gun. Didn't he have a gun? Or the voice inside your head? A fancy laser gun? It isn't Dr. Andanut's fault for being so busy. He's forced to work under Holtman constantly having consistent research. How disappointing. I see you've resorted to grasping at straws, conjuring up people who don't exist to prove your points. Ah, so this guy knows too. This version of his memory knows too, and is, like, you know, subtly dropping hints about the true ending. And here I thought it was your job to explain jokes, not make them. I'm afraid humor will get you nowhere with me, though. This joke has run its course. He had both. Oh, he tried to stab Meta Knight. I think I forgot about that part. No. That can't be. You can't trick me. I don't have anything like that with myself. No, is that the case? You really believe that? Then tell me. What's that clouding your vision? Interesting soundbite. Oh, is that just an insta-kill? Not if I always have the light of my friends by my side. And that includes Dr. Andanutz. He deserves saving as much as everyone else does. You're starting to repeat yourself. I've heard this all before. No new points. As if I could count on you to give me something I haven't heard yet. I grow bored of this encounter. Get out of my way. I'm an archivist, Doctor. It is my job to explain the jokes of rips on SiIvagunner. It isn't right to delete or remove information when all that information should be available and accessible no matter what. You believe my memory should be accessible for others to see? I'm not sure I quite get what you mean. Are my memories accessible to everyone? Splitting headache. Oh, believe me, the writers aren't so bad. In fact, they're super cool. Wink. Right back at you, buddy. Funny. Who just said that? We do care about you. If you're so bothered by a lack of story presence in SiIvagunner lore, don't worry. This entire journey is a whole side story, all about you. People care so much, they've been writing and watching all this go down, cheering you on. What? Yes, isn't that great? The world beyond ours cares about you a whole bunch. You're telling me this entire ordeal, all of this pain and suffering I've been through, I put you through. Why? Why this? Why my most vulnerable moment? What have I done to deserve this cosmic punishment beyond my scope or reason? I can't do this anymore. Wait, Doctor, stop, you... Oh, that's also kind of an insta-kill. And that's it. Alright. Well, let me go look at the comments of the main video upload. Does this one end on the note of credits? Gonna make it right. Oh, I hope that's not copyrighted. Oh, I recognize some of the names in this. Yeah, recognize a few of these names. Look who's in the comments section. All this was documented. Sorry for not telling the truth, everyone. All this work has been more on me than I let on. And then this happened, and then the direct went up? And now I'm not sure what's going on at all. Is this an ARG? I had queued up the winter event until the 25th with the intention to wake up and continue monitoring the channel into the usual January break, but I should probably rest a little more. Keep up with the good work with whatever's going on. I'll catch up later. Merry Christmas. Oh, all the supportive comments. Yeah, and people talking about the ARG. I probably shouldn't read too much more. Avoid spoilers. Right back at you, buddy. Yeah, that's a funny little line in there. A little wink, nudge, nod. Back when he sent the whole SiIva Direct for December. I forgot the specifics of what was in it. Did it announce the ARG? I guess we should end off the stream by looking at the last archive there right after this, because apparently it has something to do with this. Where was this? Just trying to find it. There it is. No, look, if you want to talk later, we can talk in DMs or in the Discord, but don't worry about stuff like that right now. We're just here to look at the lore right now. You don't gotta worry. The song is nice. Okay, yeah, maybe just not on stream. I don't know if it's copyrighted or not. I don't know how I'd react if I found out my entire life was a lie and being written by some writers. I just hope they wouldn't be millennial writers, or the people, or anyone living in Hollywood, really. If one of those millennial Hollywood writers would be writing the story that I'm in, oh gosh, I'd probably act like Andonuts trying to off myself there. I don't know if I could stand that. All the millennial writing. He's right behind me, isn't he? We got company. Restricted access. And, I know how... At first I thought that was a price, but I'm like, oh yeah, some systems use $signs. Some of those commands I use at work use $signs. World beyond ours, the real world. Sensitive, confidential information. Immediate termination. Altman Works Company. Fancy music there. Quite a different tone shift. World beyond ours. Over the course of my stay in the Central Canon Continuum... CCC, I see. I've encountered a multitude of seemingly unexplainable occurrences, as if regardless of our assumed ownership and control over the SiIva channel, strange and unexpected phenomena simply have a way of transpiring at random in and around it. We thought nothing of it at first, believing that Woodman was responsible for these harmless incidents. The antics seemed to fit in with his general modus operandi. Uploading strange rips, wiring the proceeds of our albums to charity, hijacking our various social and media presences, all of these within his abilities and motives. However, soon after, the incident started to seem a lot less innocuous. Rogue uploads beginning to coincide with the integration of specific anomalies into the CCC. Groups of fake games were posted with increasing quantity and frequency, and unstable figments associated with them were able to be summoned. Check this. Turn up the video quality? It's already at 720. Why do you need to read it? I'm reading it. I'm announcing it. I'm narrating it. Who needs to read? Reading's overrated. Not only that, but the RIP's corresponding upload dates become increasingly out of sync with our current time frame, to the point where they are now years removed from when they should be. And yet everything around us is quantifiably the Christmas season. To do so much research in a single night is impossible, as dedicated to my work as I am. He's beginning to believe. And of course the nod to, yeah, we should have been updating the CCC way more often. Oh, sorry, I nudged my computer. The Woodman hypothesis was becoming more implausible by the second. Even a being as him could not be responsible for disturbances of this magnitude, especially due to his sloth and short attention span. No, it's clear now there must be some sort of outside force causing these disruptions, an outside force beyond our control or understanding. Which leads me into my biggest theory of all, or mystery of all, the world beyond ours. A majority of knowledge on this supposed world stems from comments made from the voice inside your head, who claimed to have some connection to the place. Most of the information in question didn't make much sense, and at the time I passed it off as being more pointless layering to the multiverse, but thinking on it now, it feels like this may be the answer to the anomalous activity on the channel, and by association, the world. What fan art of Woodman's widely known slosh? Okay. If I'm to take... when you take it literally, he has a pet sloth. If I'm to take the voice's word on the matter, the world beyond ours is assumedly a realm of supreme power populated by deities who hold dominion over our own. These supposed deities watch, judge, and control our every thought and action, as they do with all the lesser realities. With a description like this, it's clear why a man of science such as myself would be so skeptical towards the veracity of these claims, given the circumstances, though. I think it best... I think it's best to simply test the hypothesis. I won't get any closer to the answers I need if I start getting picky. Regarding those answers, I suppose the best place to start is with the dead end I arrived in with my prior research on anomalies. I didn't know what to make of it at the time, but taking theories about the world beyond ours into account, I have an idea. It may be that there is a sixth common trait amongst anomalies that I failed to take note of during my time in proximity to Joke Explainer 7000. As she has made it clear she is, to some degree, innately aware of the world beyond ours. Further investigation shows that, if not all sentient anomalies seem to share this sort of awareness, leading me to the conclusion that perhaps all anomalies, sentient or no, are connected to it. Perhaps the world beyond ours is passively controlling them, subtly guiding them in a way that prevents their reality warping powers from having too much influence on the CCC. Following this line of logic, if the CCC is being influenced by the world beyond ours to this degree, it could also explain why the ever-multiplying fake games are so conceptually strong as to be able to generate stable figments. These games may be fake to us, but perhaps within the world beyond ours they are very much real. The CCC is simply borrowing their concepts to create associated figments. But how could this be? Even for a supposed realm of supreme power, the sustained creation of countless games over one night seems ludicrous. Unless it wasn't only one night. Yeah, the time dilation. Earlier on, I made mention of SiIvagunner's channel's incongruous upload dates, specifically how the increasing desynchronization of the upload's time frame from our own simply failed to make sense by any reasonable metric. Christmas spirit does and always has worked perfectly since the arrival of Haltman Works Co. It would be impossible for this timescale to be logically consistent. Past the Woodman hypothesis, I rationalized its state incongruity as a problem of the channel itself. I initially, if hesitantly, accepted this, and indeed started filtering channel happenings under this pragmatic system. However, the SiIva AI, and more specifically its influencing universal construct, C file 16, started following this timescale without our input, and before the start of the Lucidity project. Pardon me, my voice is dying. This only complicated my wavering faith, but if we were to assume that this time frame corresponds to the world beyond ours, suddenly things would begin to slide into place. Fake games such as Robbie Rotten's Ice Cream Stand, I understood that. I got that concept. Not in this case, referring to fake games like DDLC. What? What do you mean? Just games that break the fourth wall? Are you sure? In any case, I'm still left with one nagging question. If this is true, and the time frame of the world beyond ours was prioritized over the CCC's in these notable tangible ways, what else might that extend to? I've developed a concerning theory. Throughout all these previous examples, the common denominator is the central canon continuum, and surrounding worlds have been subservient and malleable to the world beyond ours. If all of this is true, then it stands to reason that our world's time frame may be no different. Perhaps the reason so many events and developments can occur, yet still be confined to one night, is another case of the CCC bending over backwards to suit this other reality? Well, what reason could there be for such an extreme case of time dilation to be in effect on this one specific night? That might be the central question behind all of this. Why? For what purpose would the CCC be bent and twisted in this fashion? If the world beyond ours is only affecting our world passively, why would it be so specific, so drastic? Running counter to that, if it's all an active, deliberate process by the world beyond ours, what could they possibly have to gain through it? Experimentation? Exploitation? Entertainment? Wait, hold on a moment. Oh, the drop there. These other proposals don't quite make sense. If it was experimentation or exploitation, it wouldn't explain why time dilation would be necessary. With the idea that of being entertainment, a story meant to be consumed and observed, it all connects. It's natural for authors to require a protracted period of time to produce their creations, even if the time frame of the narrative doesn't match the time frame of production. That's why there's such a massive disconnect, why the time dilation is required, because the world beyond ours has to create and observe the events of our world for time to truly pass. If that's true, then it has been known that a trio of rebels have been in the bottom floors of the building, but have otherwise been unable to be observed. And of course this is true. They're load-bearing. So many things of great importance to the CCC have been directly caused by these three. There's no way that we could have seen them do something in the interim, because that is who they are to the CCC. It's quantum mechanics flipped on its head. They cannot be affected without something of importance happening. So until that moment, they are immeasurable, intangible, frozen in time, a minute stretched over years. But less important people, the citizens of the city, we don't matter to the narrative, so we're doomed to live in this endless night for years on end. It was staring at me in the face all along. The central canon continuum, it's nothing but fiction to the world beyond ours. It's been that way from the start. Why else would a YouTube channel have so much power over the space flow of time? That's why we can't use anomalies. They're plot contrivances. They would break the story. It's always about preserving the story, all of it. If only I could have known sooner. But I couldn't have, could I? I can't keep this a secret. This information has to be known, but who should I tell? And how? Would anyone else be able to handle this information? I have to try. I have to tell this to my boss. Who is my boss? Why can't I remember? What the hell's going on? Am I already being silenced? Oh, the H disappeared in the background. Did it do that quickly, or... Ooh. He forgot? He forgot Haltman? What the hell is going on? Am I already being silenced? What's happening to me? Oh, and there you can see, Enda Nuts in the reflection. There was some thing there. What was that? Okay, that's nothing but the forbidden one. I'm guessing this is ARG-related stuff. I know a lot of other videos ended with the, you know, whatever arm or leg of the forbidden one. The realization, all at once, a million flashing colors, yet the blind spots prevail. Do you remember him? Why would he forget who Haltman is? That doesn't make sense. Oh, yes it does. Oh, yes it does. That moment, he was writing that at the moment that Haltman died. The figment of Haltman died. And then everyone forgot about him. as he was writing the log. Man. Huh. But then the H came back at the end. Or is that meta? Maybe that's meta. First 5 internal files are ARG related. Do we already get to the stingy takeover? I don't know. But, there's no way I could go on after this. My voice is completely dead. Like, it hurts to talk. Not just because of the sore on my tongue, but just my throat. My throat's actually killing me. I cannot keep talking. We're just about to hit the 3-hour mark. I did not plan for this stream to go on 3 hours. That's 1 hour away from 4 hours. One more word. Do you remember me? So, is that Holtman talking? Or is that someone else? I don't know. Do I dare look at the comments? Yeah, Holtman dying mid-log. Logo vanishing. But then it came back at the end. So this was after the visual novel. Okay. Scientists realized they're fictional characters more than 11. So it seems like the entire science team doesn't know this. It seems like only Andonuts knows this. None of the other science team knows. He's in the thick of it. Everybody knows. I'm going insane. Man. Then everyone imagine the second you die, everyone forgets you ever existed. All information about you disappears from, like, computers and books. It's crazy. It sounds like the ARG had factions. Or paths or something, someone said. That's a weird concept. A branching ARG? With Susie at the end. Ooh. So, was the thing that there was something different about Susie from other figments? Like, she's a figment of a character that isn't supposed to exist and that has some weird properties? Because she can't exist in the story and yet she exists as a concept? Thought it was... Yeah, it was a Holtman. The text was... Apparently I've been spoiled, but it makes sense to assume that. Like, it makes sense that Susie would have some sort of lingering influence. Since she's not a normal figment. Or I assume she's not a normal figment. But that's enough for me. I am gonna wrap up the stream. It's over 3 hours straight I've been talking. My throat hurts so much. My god. Whew. Alright, let's go to the ending soon screen. I'm so tired. So tired and hungry. I think for dinner, I have some lobster bisque. At some point I need to make a tier list. I want to make a tier list about all the lobster bisque I've tried. It's my favorite soup. And I tried some from Walmart recently. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but apparently Walmart is the quality of the Walmart lobster bisque is a lot different than one would expect from Walmart. So I'll just say that much. I got 2 packages of it. Whew. Yeah, no problem, dude. I'll be glancing in at the Discord, but I mean I'm gonna be making dinner soon, so I don't know how active I'll be very soon in the Discord. But anyway, I'm gonna get the stream finished up, make my dinner, prepare for work tomorrow. I am working this weekend, I'll say that much. It's usually like twice every 2 months I have to work a weekend, so that may increase soon, but because of that, I don't think I'm streaming this weekend. I will probably stream when I have a few days off during the week, because every time I work a weekend, I have some days off during the week to compensate. They don't want me getting overtime. So, probably either Monday night or Tuesday night, maybe, will be the next stream. It'll be a regular stream. I'll announce it when I figure it out. But just be aware of that. And then, you know, I like doing this back and forth, lore and normal, lore and normal. So, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm talking food. You know, stream's over at that point, so I'm hungry. Alright, y'all have a good rest of your night. I'll see you next time, or on the Discord or whatever. And,